All right, hello, and welcome, my friends, for popping in and joining us tonight for session number 82 of Unlikely Heroes. We're gonna dive straight into it because we're potentially walking into a combat, and we all know how long and sometimes arduous those can be. So we're going to dive into that here very shortly. However, as you all know, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to chat when we play. I'll pop in and out on occasion, but I will not be here 100%. Seru, hello, how are you? And congratulations on first. Also, this upcoming week, Tuesday night, Candace is going to be doing her crochet and chill, just so everybody knows. Thursday is the launch of Baldur's Gate 3. Mine and Candace's new PC rigs will be here tomorrow, so we're going to get those all hooked up and ready to go, hopefully for Tuesday. And then we will be utilizing them for a stream on Thursday night of Baldur's Gate 3. And then my birthday is on Friday, so we're going to do an extended birthday stream on Friday night, Baldur's Gate 3. Saturday during the day, we have D&D during the day, and that is going to be, I believe, session number 38 of the Wildlands. And then Saturday night we'll be doing more Baldur's Gate, and then obviously Sunday we'll be back here for session number 83. So we got a busy-ass week coming up. Very busy-ass week. And our kids go back to school on Tuesday, so it's going to be kind of wild around here. So if we have any weird changes, we'll let you guys know. But that's kind of the streaming schedule for this week. With that being said, sit back, relax, enjoy session number 82 of Unlikely Heroes. Oh, also, totally weird side note. I happened to take a look at Roll20 this morning when I was doing some writing for this game, and Roll20 informed me that with the hour-to-day conversion of this campaign, I have been in this campaign. I have had it open and active for 17 fucking days, which is over 415 hours of my life have been involved in this campaign over the last almost 2 years. So I don't know if I'm proud of that or not, but definitely a lot of crazy shit. So, good stuff. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it, and thanks for hanging out, everybody. All right, my friends. So, where we had last left off, session number 81. So we had picked up right after the combat with the lizard folk back in the swamp village to the northwest. After some discussion and loot collection, you guys decided that you were going to forego the visit to the troll for the time being, and you were going to just go ahead and head straight south so that you could make better time. You traveled for a couple of days. During those couple of days travel, you guys really didn't experience, bless you, you guys didn't experience anything totally outrageous as far as the swamp was concerned. Actually, quite the opposite. Anything that you did encounter, you managed to successfully sneak yourselves by or go around any delays, because Ree's survival was fucking spot on, along with the help from leading the ever-blind, or I should say the perpetually blind halfling through the shit show with her walking stick.
I'm gonna get dark vision back, and y'all are gonna be doomed. I'm gonna make you pay for all this.
Yeah, that's probably what's coming. All right, so you guys continued for a couple of days through the swamp, and on the morning of where we're picking up, which, just so we're clear, will be the morning of Wednesday the 13th of Jury. Actually, it's not really morning, it's about 11 a.m. Doc prayed through the night, and was kind of like asking for guidance and opening herself to Garl to just kind of get, you know, that good golden nuggety feeling back. And unfortunately, she was met with a pretty horrifying voice that pretty much told her, I am your god now. No, not in so many words, but it pretty much said that your god isn't here anymore, and tough shit. That was kind of brushed over. She was like, okay, well, we'll have this discussion when we have to have this discussion. I don't know what the hell's going on. But she realized she could still cast her spells, which that's all that really mattered at the time for her. So you guys pushed on. That was early in the morning. Then you guys pushed on, and where we're picking up today is at about 11 a.m. You guys have just come upon the crash site. Clearly the crash site, there's some bodies scattered around. They're pretty horrifically decomposed, but for the most part you can tell that they are or were bodies of humanoid creatures at some point in time, and this is the front left half portion of the ship. Unfortunately, you find yourselves also near what appears to be a large crater surrounded by swamp water. Swamp water has at least filled the area that has blown out and around this thing. In the center of this crater, there is a large swirling mass of green gas. And around that green gas, on the outskirts of what is this crater, there are lots and lots and lots of wretched. You guys have not been noticed at this point. You do see the creatures that are here before you, and as there is an opening above where the trees normally would kind of give a lot of cover, you are getting a little tiny bit of light coming off of this gas. It's kind of like got this weird bioluminescence attached to it, so you can see what you see. With that being said, XP recap from last session is as follows. We didn't have any combats, but we had some pretty decent RP, so everybody got 750 points of experience for RP. And that puts Gray at 54,836. That's 54,836. Aurora, 54,074. It's 54,074. And the remaining two party members at 56,904. 56904. All right, I think that's all the. I think that was all the notes that I had. Again, like I said before, you guys have not been noticed at this point. At least it does not appear that the wretched have noticed you, as they have not started to lurch towards you. Do I have any questions, comments, or clarifications? Okay. All right, with that being said, let me go ahead and get some tunes going here.
Actually, I just thought of a question.
Yes.
So this like pit around, right?
Yep.
It is a pit.
Yeah, so where you guys are at right now is kind of like elevated above the actual swamp water, okay? Down below here is actually swamp water, that's that dark ring. The front portion of the ship seems to have landed in that and is partially submerged. And then moving up onto where the wretched are currently standing is another essentially like bank, like an embankment that is above the water level. And then you're not entirely sure about anything that has to do with the center, as it's pretty obfuscated at this point. Where you guys are moving through right now, just for the sake of clarification here, on that dark green, what essentially looks like ground, that is standard terrain. The water is considered difficult terrain, as that's like the murky swampiness, and then the berm on the opposing side is also standard terrain.
Okay. Then can we see anything, I guess, past the ship, or is it like blocking the view?
No, it's not. No, the vessel's not very big, and because the embankment kind of dips down, probably 6 or 7 feet into the soft water, all you're really seeing is the wreckage kind of sticking up from it. So you see everything across from you right now.
All right, cool. I just wanted to ask in case, spells and arrows start flinging.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you could obviously use part of the ship for cover if you got down next to it in the water, but right now it's sitting about level, if not just a little teeny tiny bit higher up than the embankment. All right, give me just a sec here to get some music cooking. All right. And I finally finished this little ditty.
I don't like that there's a finally in that.
All right. So, what are you guys doing? You have not been noticed yet.
Does anybody see another one of those fuckers anywhere?
I don't know, but whatever we do, we need to all attack the same thing. Don't split up. Don't shoot at different shit. Everybody attack the same thing.
Should we try to draw them to us?
Yes. It's an amazing idea.
If possible, we should see if we can separate them instead of separating us.
Yes, but we also need to make sure that if
Well-
any spells start getting slung, we separate a tiny bit.
And if they're clumped together, then I can do more to them. So we want them clumped together. Us clumped sort of ish. A little bit.
Just stay within 30
Now
feet.
you guys are confusing me.
Okay. You and me will stay close to each other.
Okay, I'll get you back.
Okay.
Don't stand in a straight line. That never goes well.
Nope.
Okay, so don't stay in a straight line. Don't clump, but clump. But
Just don't clump, just
Stay
like
close.
claw. Just claw.
clump.
That's it.
Fuck's a club.
I thought it would make more sense to you.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Aurora, how far can you shoot with that thing?
600 feet, give or take.
That's pretty damn far.
Yeah.
So I have an idea. I've seen you use this arrow thing where it like splits up into multiple things.
Yep.
Right, so there's 3 or 4 of them clumped together in that area just past the ship. If we stand back about, I don't know, as far as you're comfortable shooting, we can probably take some of them out and try and move around. Try and confuse them, keep going. If they get close, I'm sure Ree can smack the shit out of them.
Wait, can't you do your confusing thing that like the lights and the funkiness?
I can try and help with that, but it's going to be difficult because there's so many of them. I can only cover some areas.
So we
Oh,
all
you can't
have
get all of them.
we all have potions that make us invisible. Don't we use those?
I forgot about the potions of invisibility.
That might be difficult because if they're like the spell I have, then you probably will be. Once Aurora shoots a bow or Ree smacks or you cast a spell, it'll be gone.
Hey, Ree.
Okay.
Ree, don't forget you have the grow big potion.
Yeah, I do. I got so many potions on me. It's stupid.
Also, my arrow split. That'll do better if they're almost shoulder to shoulder.
Does anyone have anything else useful that we should use? Because I feel like right now is the time to maybe use it.
I have well over 2 quivers of arrows and a willingness to use them. What I don't
use
want to
them
be doing
all.
is standing here right now.
I have a really nice bracelet. Look at this thing. It's beautiful.
She kind of shakes the bracelet. You kind of all catch like a little bit in the light that's coming from the green gas, and it is a really nice fucking bracelet. It's almost too nice for Ree.
Where did you find that? When did you find it?
I don't fucking know. Pick it
Not
up
the
or
time.
something. Oh, sorry.
Aurora! And Gray's gonna like toss you just like this water skin. It's holy water. It might help in this case.
We're gonna let the irony go for right now, but we will discuss this later.
You saw Ree take it. I had this for ages.
Oh, was this the one where we got in trouble for? Oh no, those are the flowers.
Yeah.
All right.
No, this.
So, what are we doing? Are you gonna try to confuse first? Is that where we're starting?
I think the best thing would be Aurora. We move back as far as Aurora can shoot. And then I guess try and pick them off, and then we'll cast spells and stuff as they get closer.
Is everybody
If
back
they
up?
don't, then Aurora can just keep shooting them.
If we go too far into the swamp, I'm not going to be able to see them to shoot them. I can shoot
Hey.
pretty damn far. That doesn't mean I can see pretty damn far.
Where do you want to shoot?
You leave the lights to me.
Should I drink the invisibility? Should I go invisible? And then like surprise, bam! Like slap one of them in the head.
That might not be a bad idea. If you were to drink your grow big potion, get really, really angry, and go invisible, and then hit him.
You have to drink the invisibility one last, though.
Oh, so I gotta get big first and
Big,
then go
then
invisible?
big, then angry, then invisible.
Wouldn't that just make me a big fucking thing to look at? Like, there's suddenly a giant fucking
That's
goblin
why
in the
you're going to
middle.
be invisible.
I
So
think it's
as you
best.
guys have progressively gotten louder, one of the wretched across from you, you can't really see it looking at you because their eyes are kind of fucked up and like kind of like leechy looking, but it tips its head over like in your general direction and it begins to like bark loudly. You hear it.
I think we should back off for right now, though.
Others begin to join in and get louder as they begin to all look in your general direction. What are you guys doing? You got about 5 seconds.
I guess we'll start backing up a little bit.
Get your potions ready, I guess.
Yeah, Ree will get her potion of invisibility and a potion of of growth in both hands.
Okay, go ahead and everybody make a stealth check for me.
Oh no.
That's somehow very fitting.
Okay, we'll
This
go
is
ahead.
unfortunate.
You guys were doing good till you started getting louder.
Change of plans.
Alright. Go ahead and add yourself to turn order, and we'll go ahead and start some initiatives.
So fitting of this party.
Some of us have decent-ish. No, we don't. We sucked at stealth.
Yup.
Our highest was a 10.
So, I only rolled above your guys's, because these things actually have a -2 to their perception checks. I only rolled above your checks 2 out of the 6 of them that even got a roll. But you guys rolled really bad.
We really did. We golfed.
I'm so glad you're going before me, Aurora. Otherwise, I would have been there like, well, fuck.
Alright.
Yeah, this is not the plan to go first, but if they see us, it is what it is.
Alright, Aurora. So, you see these creatures begin to kind of clump and look in your guys' general direction. What do you do? You feel like they will more than likely begin moving in your vicinity, or near your vicinity soon, as they are actively starting to kind of congregate and look around.
The barking one, the one that started the barking, I'm going to use the spell Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to try and shoot it.
Okay, give me one moment, please.
And I'm doing that at first level. I did not mean to click that, but
No, hey, that's okay. No problem. All right, so yeah, so you mutter your incantation, and as you do so, you see your focus kind of hones in on this thing, and you can sense these nasty organs writhing around inside of its body. You quickly identify a couple critical ones, like the heart and the lungs and things like that, but it's pretty a gross abomination on the inside.
okay. Then she is going to try and shoot it. I am using the longbow, so I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Okay, now, just so we're clear, I'm looking at your inventory, and your longbow is in your bag of holding.
I did not realize that, then I will use my short bow. That was
Okay.
not intentional.
All right, so we'll take. I'm assuming it's the same anyways, right? You have a +10 regardless.
It's the same to hit, it's just a d6 instead of a d8 for damage.
Understood. So we'll take the 18. The 18 absolutely strikes this thing. There's no doubt about that. Go ahead and re-roll the damage for me, please. Obviously with the additional d6.
Maybe that'll work. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so it's 2d6 plus 4. We're going to try just doing that through. Okay,
Beautiful.
so 11.
All right, so you strike this thing with your arrow, and as you do so, the arrow digs in. You thought that from the trajectory of this arrow that it was gonna shoot straight through this thing, but it resisted a lot of the damage that actually struck it. But you definitely got its attention.
That's okay. We're following it up with another arrow.
Okay. All right, beautiful. Absolutely. So that is going to be 8. That's just 8 flat, right? Because do you get Hunter's Mark again?
Yes, Hunter's Mark is every time because it's the spell one.
Perfect. So that's 9 total.
Yep.
So the second arrow strikes, and again, it buries itself almost all the way down to the knock. But the intensity of the blow doesn't completely drop this thing, though. As it kind of rights itself and stands itself back up after being knocked to the ground, you realize that it is losing blood very, very fast, and it's not long for this world. Anything else?
Okay. What type of action is it to get stuff out of the bag of holding?
If you are going to open your bag and reach in and pull something out, it is your action.
Okay, guess we're using a short bow this combat. That is totally okay. Beyond that, I am just going to continue to move. I'm just going to move back a little bit, because that was the plan. And that's it. Just so you know, I am currently tallying arrows because it's going to lag the crap out of things if I try and do it every turn.
Yep, that's no problem. Yeah, and just so you know, Kat, I'm not making that up. I'm not pulling that out of my ass. The bag of holding, if you click on it, it actually says retrieving an item from the bag requires an action.
Yeah,
it's actually written into the card, so.
I couldn't remember if it was an action or a bonus action, so.
I hadn't either. Honestly, I guessed when I said that, but then I was like, let me just double check, because I'm pretty sure it's an action. I just wanted to make sure that we were both on the same page, and I'm not cheating you.
Yeah, all good. Okay. I've got 2 bows for a reason.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a bonus action of name I cannot remember. One second. You think I know it by now? Mantle of Inspiration, using my Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
So, anyone can move within their movement. Everyone's within range, because I'm pretty sure everyone's within 60 feet.
Yes, everybody is within range.
And you get 8 temporary HP.
Alright, and then yes, everybody can move.
Which does not override your 5, if you have some from the snake. So, I think the 8 replaces the 5, right? Because we had a snake last time that rehunt.
Not everyone got 5.
That is correct. So everyone got 5. Temporary hit points don't stack.
So does the 5 stay or the 8?
Hang on, let me check.
Cool, while you're doing that, you can move up to where you want to move, if you want to move. Within your movement, of course.
Yeah, I think it's usually if you get any temporary hit points, it just replaces what you already have. At least most of the things that I have would say that.
Yeah, so it's actually an option. If you receive temporary hit points a second time, you decide whether to keep the ones you have or gain the new ones. So it would not make sense, obviously. I mean, you could keep the snake. You could keep the snake belly if you want, or you can take the couple more hit points.
And then Gray would go, Ree, if you can be like a buffer between us and them, maybe be a bit more forward.
Okay.
I guess, Doc, you do what you do. Aurora, I'm sure you know how to shoot a bow. Anyway, see ya. And then I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
All right.
How steep is this embankment? Is it like a 10-foot almost drop, or is it
no,
just a slope?
Yeah, it's a slope. It only goes down about 6 feet into the water.
I cast that, and then I'll move over here, and that'll be my turn.
All right. So in a burst of glory, Gray releases his mantle of inspiration and then winks out of existence. With that being said, my turn.
You get a lot of turns.
Really wish I could have raged first. It's got hurt.
I mean, to be fair, they do have to go through difficult terrain, so maybe they won't be able to attack you. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know how far these guys can move.
If they all clump on you, then I can just do an arrow bomb on you and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Once you're hopefully raging so I don't accidentally murder you. We've seen you shrug off hits. I have no problems with shooting you in the face to kill a bunch of them.
Oh, Rhea would be perfectly fine with it too, yeah.
That's when you discover my arrows do psychic damage.
No. My one true weakness.
Well, that and Gray. Gray's your other true weakness.
Very true.
Oh, I don't like that.
Alright, so the wretched little shits begin to move very, very rapidly. I will not be doing the, hey, this is how many feet I am off of the map. The map is your confines. If you decide you're going to be moving off of that, then you are effectively in retreat. You cannot see anything off of this terrain right here. You are in the swamp. That is the dead trees and swamp brush that is overtaking you, so you cannot see out of that. You will have to move in order to shoot or anything into the actual map confines. If you decide to flee, then obviously just go to the edge and say you're fucking gone. And we'll see what happens then. With that being said, Doc, you are being attacked by one of the little wretches.
I'm sorry, clarifying. So where Gray and I are is off map at the moment, so we need to come a bit further in.
So if you want to actually be able to see and do things as far as, like, not having or not giving everything around you cover, essentially is what it's going to come down to, you need to be on the actual map. Being on the black, that's not the map. That's actually just a buffer zone that exists in Roll20. If you go to the edge, then you can't see anything, and you are going to be fleeing if you get to that point and say, I'm done, I'm out. So...
Okay.
Just because over the last, like, 2 months or so, we've had a lot of combats between this campaign and the other campaign where people are going to the edge of the map and saying, oh, I also run 50 feet off the edge of the map. We're not doing that shit anymore. I make these maps big enough. This is the map confines. Because it's really, honestly, it's just a lot of extra work for me. Okay, so, with that being said, Doc. Alright, luckily, Doc, this little fuck only rolls a 7 to hit, and as it lunges at you, you get your shield up and you bash it to the side. Ree, you are being attacked by 3 of these wretches. The first one hits. And as it hits, it bites onto your chest, and you feel the teeth sink in like they did in the Druid's Grove, and as they begin to grind at you, you feel it leeching. And that is for 6 points of damage. 4 of that being necrotic, 2 of that being piercing.
Okey-dokey.
The second one lunges at your back and sticks to your midsection on the, what would be the left-hand side. And that is for 12 points of damage. That is 10 piercing and 2 necrotic. 12 total. The third one lunges at you and also strikes on your right forearm. And that is for 11 points of damage total. 7 piercing, 4 necrotic. And you have 3 of these things stuck to you, and you feel their teeth grinding into you as your blood is very quickly being drained away.
I remember these fuckers.
Alright, on that note, Ree, it's your turn.
Okay. Ree would like to bonus action rage.
Okay.
She don't like that. And then she will take a swig of her big juice, because she had one of those in her hand.
Okay, give me 1 second. And what's the actual potion called?
Oh, sorry, potion of growth. So it's enlarge, reduce.
Yep.
For 1d4 hours.
Yep. All right.
For some reason, it says I have 2 of these. I thought I only got 1.
Nope, we bought you both.
You did buy 2. Okay, cool.
Yes. I remember doing math for it.
So
if I buy another one, do I get even larger?
No, well, you could try. You could try to stack them. Nobody had ever told you couldn't. So the first potion will last for 3 hours.
Okay, I think. So what does that actually give me? That gives me.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up right now. So you
Okay.
double your size in all dimensions. So you are a small creature, so you are now a medium creature. So you grow to about the size of an orc. And your new size, weapons grow to equal your new size, which is technically already the same size, but they get a little bit bigger, and you deal an extra d4 damage with them.
Nice. Okay, but that was an action to do, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, and then pulling these fuckers off is an action as well. Yeah?
That is correct, yep.
Okay. Since I got it, I'm going to actions. Do I have that yet? Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to action search.
Okay.
So now I get another turn, effectively. So I'm going. Can I actually hit these things, or do I need to pull them off?
You can try to hit them for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult as they are technically grappling you, so you'll be attempting to hit them with disadvantage. But yeah, you can absolutely do that, or you can just try to fucking tear them off.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just I'll try whacking at them. Fuck it. So I'm going to hit this one recklessly. Let's do it recklessly. Kind of balance it all out.
Okay, so you reckless, so that just gives you a straight roll. And I'm sorry, which one were you targeting? Was it the one in the back? The one on the left?
Yeah, the one on the left, correct.
Okay, understood.
The one kind of biting at my kidney there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that I hope hits. And I'm going to add a superiority die to that as well to do a pushing attack. Eat it off me. Alright, so this is going to be a d4 to this and a d8. Okay, so 10 additional owies to that thing. And then it's going to need to give me a strength save. Would this even work?
No, it doesn't. Well, okay, so there's a lot of things happening here. No, it doesn't work like that. It's dead on you. I mean, it was dead a long time ago. But,
okay.
As you tear it off of you, give me one moment. You take 4 points of piercing damage as it was aggressively removed from you, reduced to 2 because you are now raging. But as you hit it with the maul and add that extra force behind it, yeah, you tear it off of you, and like a dozen of its teeth are still stuck in your arm, but as it flies off of you, it hits the ground and just fucking flops around deflating.
Gross. I'm going to... Second attack, I'm going to whack this thing.
Okay.
So this is just normal disadvantage.
Oh, I'm not concerned about that, Candace. I didn't even think twice about it.
17.
17 does hit.
Okay. 4. Okay, so 12 total.
Okay, so the 12, so that was the one that was pretty much on its last leg, and the one that Aurora had her hunter's mark on. As you bring the maul down on the top of its weird fleshy head, you hear a loud crunch, and then it just deflates off of you. The teeth kind of writhe out of you and spit out onto the ground around you. You now only have one attached to you.
Better than 3.
Fuck yeah, this is a hell of a round. And you're a big girl now. Look at you.
I'm just medium.
All right, I think that was it for you. Yes, Ree?
Yep, that's it. That was bonus action, action surge. We're good.
All right, cool. Doc.
Yeah. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna step over here. That puts me in regular now, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use Sacred Flame on this one in front of me.
Okay.
The Dex 14.
Yep. It fails. As you kind of jump back into the clearing, you snap your fingers and your nugget flashes a brilliant gold light as a swirl of flame strikes down upon the creature.
Or 9 points of radiant damage.
And as it hits the creature, the flame not only strikes it across the top of the head and near its eyes, but Doc, you see these almost electrical pulses of hot white energy radiate through the entirety of its body, lighting up its veins. Both of its eyes detonate in your face, spraying you with this hot, mucousy liquid before it falls onto the ground and stops moving. It seemed to be very effective.
Excellent. Love that. That will move up this way. Ree doesn't look too hurt at this point, I believe, right?
Nah, she looks okay, but she's a hell of a lot bigger than she just was.
Yeah. You're so big! And then she'll just...
Yeah, big.
she'll just wait it out for the moment.
All right. Back to the top. Aurora. Aurora, you have felt your quarry perish.
Okay. So she's going to go back to where she can see. That's going to be the first thing. So I want to be like at the edge of things if
Yep,
possible.
no problem.
Can I see that? Okay.
Absolutely. Yep, that's where the light, that's kind of like where the light that's being cast from this like vortex thing is being cast to. So, easy.
Perfect. I'm trying to do the rangery thing of not being surrounded this time.
I get that.
Do I have a clear shot? I mean, relatively speaking, like, does the further back ones, do they have cover, or do I have a straight shot with the ship and everything?
It would be very minimal if they did have cover,
Okay.
but you don't, you from where
Perfect.
you're looking, you feel like you can line the shot up pretty easy.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to move the hunter's marks that I'm still concentrating onto this back one.
Understood.
And then I am going to take aim.
All right, and you are, I think, what is that? Is it 80 for the short bow or 60?
It is 80.
80, you are well within range. Go ahead and take your shot.
Yep. And yeah, even if I'm fighting with disadvantage, I'm still willing. Okay, here we go.
You're good. All right. A 15 just hits. Go ahead and give me damage. Oh, you already gave me damage. Disregard. Just pretend I didn't say that.
That wasn't bad damage for that bow. And then I'm gonna fire again, assuming it's still standing.
It is still standing. Your arrows don't seem like they're doing quite the amount of damage that Ree's maul is doing to these things, but you are still. I mean, that you brought it straight down to bloodied with one shot. So
Perfect. I'm gonna invest in a magical bow or two at some point, or some arrows, something like that. Shot 2.
Shot 2. So as you pull back, you fire the second arrow, it flies and it grazes this thing's flesh, but it does not pierce its rubbery hide. It kind of bounces off and into the swamp water.
Okay. She just reaches for another arrow and waits for the next 6 seconds to pass.
Wow, way to break the fucking immersion.
Immersion.
Oh shit. Actually, that's accurate immersion. Is I can't even fault you for it. All right, Gray.
Okay, so, I'm going to realize I'm in the wrong button and should click out of ruler mode. And then Gray's gonna move over here, 5, 10, 15. Can I get like a 10-foot circle? Because I want to see if this is gonna be big enough to hit, or if I need to move one more.
Do you want a specific spell? I can give you a specific spell template if you'd like.
It's not a spell. It's just a 10-feet sphere.
A 10-foot sphere? Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'll pull it for you.
Because it says 10-foot radius. Sorry, spell radiuses and all that.
There you go, buddy. Give me 1 sec. Alright, you can control it. And just for clarification, it's everything inside the grid. That is how that is defined.
Okay, that is slightly annoying, but it'll work out. I think I'll go for it. But I think I'll move down one more. I can't do that because hold on. There we go. Okay, so I'll move there. And then I'm going to, as an action, use Necrotic Shroud. So
oh, fuck.
All the creatures within 10 feet of me have to make a DC 16 Charisma save, or be frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
I'm sure Charisma's their highest stat.
Don't you fucking patronize my little ugly-ass creatures.
Don't even. No, the amount of times where I'm like, oh, they suck at this, and then they rolled high.
I know. the terrible leech-looking thing.
I would just like to remind the universe that Intimidate is charisma-based, so they could in fact be fantastically charismatic and just have 0 diplomatic skills.
Well, we're about to find out.
They did convince me to be sad. Yes, you are.
Alright, so. Charisma saving throws. Good God, help me. Alright, where is it staying, Lucy?
It's on me, because it's originating from me, up to 10 feet. And it's only just one burst out, so it doesn't follow me. It's just, it bursts out once when I transform, and then until the end of my next turn, they are afraid of me.
Okay. And what's the DC?
16.
God, man.
It's based off my charisma. Which is one of my few high stats.
Alright.
Nice.
So, Gray suddenly rematerializes for just
actually, no. Oh, it does? Okay, never mind.
For just a moment. Because you still activate your shit and then you go invisible, I believe, is how it works. That's greater invisibility, right? It doesn't drop?
No, it doesn't drop, yeah.
Okay. So you rematerialize for literally just a second, and there is this horrific visage that radiates outward from him, and as this wave of black energy seeps over these wretches, his whole body shifts out of existence. They look very panicked. All of them, all 4 of them, immediately begin to look around, and they let out those crazy, like, high-pitched barks. I shouldn't say high-pitched, they're pretty fucking deep, actually. But those really atrocious-sounding barks at each other. As soon as he vanishes in the invisibility, they seem very, very calm. Anything else, Gray?
Yes, I think Gray will then. Well, you can't see, but Gray's gonna turn to Ree and go in a more creepy voice than usual. Yes, crush them more, and then bardic inspiration. I don't transform very often, and there's a reason for that.
Ree has a concern.
Now I'm hearing voices.
So what is that? A D8?
You have a D8.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. So.
This fucking soundtrack.
There's some gems in there if you listen close. I always put Easter eggs. All right, so the wretch.
I'm so angry.
It's no. That was only I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. That one was so stupid. I threw it in there. I was laughing so hard. All right, so the wretches begin to move.
Right where we want them.
Gray, one did move past you if you'd like to take your reaction to attack it, but
No,
obviously...
I'm good.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was probably the case.
Actually, no wait, this is a transformed Gray. I think I will actually, for once.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You take your reaction. What do you attack? What the fuck? Do you even carry weapons?
I have 2 daggers.
Fuck yeah! Knife in the darkness.
It is. We're what, 80 plus sessions in, and this is the first time Gray has done something, attempted something damage dealing.
No, that happened once before when
That
he threw his dagger when
is
Doc
true.
was dead.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So the
So
second
14 to
time.
hit.
So Gray, you're actually invisible, so you actually have advantage on this attack roll.
That's
So
better.
the 18 does hit. So as one of these creatures rushes past you, out of the shadows you slip just for a moment, just your arm and part of your shoulder, and you stab the shit out of this thing.
Nice. So another fun thing about my necrotic shroud is once on my turn I can have 1 attack or spell deal 9 points of extra necrotic damage to 1 target. Just a solid 9.
Now, is that a target that's been affected by this?
It just says once on your turn you can have 1 attack or spell deal 9 points of extra necrotic damage to 1 target. And my transformation lasts a full minute, so I think it comes with the 1 attack I make.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it.
So that's 13 points of damage. 4 piercing and 9 necrotic.
So I'm putting the little creepy skull on you because you've got obviously a transform up. So Gray, as this guy was running past you and towards Doc and Aurora, you lash out at it, and as you stab it, actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me just make sure that these things have what I think they have. Yep. Okay. So the dagger goes in, and then as the dagger goes in, there's a pulse of energy from your darkened hand, and your entire fist bursts through this thing's outside, like through the exterior of its skin into its inside, and it flops over onto its side, and as it begins to writhe around, you guys see Gray's hand go invisible again, and this creature literally rots into a pile of mush on the ground in front of your eyes.
I'd also like to point out that Gray's hand looks actually more thinner than usual and more pale.
Is that even possible?
Yes.
Okay. So a skeletal claw. No.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, so that was the reaction. Now, as for the wretches, the wretch that is currently attached to Ree is simply going to continue to leech. Ree, that is for 8 points of necrotic damage, reduced to 4 because of your rage. Now, Ree, you are being attacked by 1, 2, 3 new combatants. The first one misses. The second one misses, and the third one hits. As the third one hits, you take 19 reduced to, we'll call it 9 points of damage. That's between the piercing and the necrotic because of your rage. So another 9 points of damage as another one jumps up onto you, but 2 miss you completely.
Alright.
Doc, you are being attacked by 2. And Doc, you are hit once for 7 points of damage. That's 4 necrotic, 3 piercing, and it attaches itself to you. Aurora, you are being attacked once. Come on, Benjamin. There we go. And Aurora, you are hit.
Fuck. No, I'm gonna use shield.
All right, what level spell slot?
Just one. Probably not the smartest time to do it, but I have a plan for next turn. That is my last first level spell slot for the record.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna just put, I know this is gonna sound silly, I'm just gonna put a blue dot on you for when you have shield active. So as this thing lunges at you, you see its teeth are grinding straight for your chest as you're reaching for the arrow. You let go of the fletching of the arrow, and as you put your hand down, this barrier, this thin barrier of ice manifests around your fingertips, and you feel the creature bounce off of you. And that ends their turns. Ree.
Thank you, Miko.
No shit.
Oh man, I wish I had just like the whole like area of effect, the whole spinny round, destroy every motherfucker around me, but I don't. So this is just gonna be a good old fashioned whacking. I guess
That sounds terrible.
good old fashioned whacking. Is that the only one that's attached to me? The one directly in front of me?
Nope, you have 2 attached to you.
Oh,
He is out of here.
Nope.
So you have 2 attached to you. The one on your back and the new one that's now on your front.
Okay, you know what? I'll just go for the ones not attached to me because I didn't like ripping that one out before. And the whole disadvantage thing. Whack. Okay, that's going to be a 24 to hit.
Absolutely
the
hits.
rage damage.
It is rolling. Yep, sure. It's +3, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so I see a 2 + 5, which is your 2d6 plus the 3. Oh, wait, no, your 3 is from your strength, isn't it? Yeah, the 3 would be from your strength.
Two's strength.
Oh, it is?
Oh, wait, because I have
because
plus one
it's
more.
but it's magic. Yeah, so we do need to add 3. Yep, it's not adding rage damage.
Okay.
So it's 13. Okay, so you swing down at the one to the right of you. As the maul hits it, it hits it, and the front of it looks fine. The back of it, the rear of it facing away from you, explodes in a firework display of guts and blood. And it ceases to be.
Squished all his guts through his butthole. Nice. Alright, I'm just going to continue counterclockwise.
Alright.
Whack. Okay. Yeah, alright.
Okay, that is
and
it.
then Doesn't look like it's adding my rage damage.
So that was 2d6 plus, so that was 4 plus 1 plus 3 equals 8
Yeah.
plus 0. I don't know why it has the 0, but yeah, you do need to add 3 more. Okay, so 8,
2
9,
more,
10.
actually. Two. It's
Oh,
just
two.
2 rage damage.
Okay,
Yeah, because I multi-class fighter.
Gotcha.
Okay, so yeah.
So yeah, so you smack
wait,
this thing
wait,
and...
hang on. Hold up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well,
12.
it's even more dead now.
Super dead.
If he wasn't dead before, he's definitely dead now. Yeah, as you hit this thing, it just smashes, and you're like, man, these things are... You guys were either, like, way not at the point of fighting these things before, or you're way stronger now. Something's up.
His eyes are a lot squishier than I remember.
Okay, anything else, Ree?
That's it.
All right, Doc.
All right, so we still have 3, and I have 1 on. Okay, so having seen Gray and Gray's hand, I guess. It doesn't say I have to see them, but I'll let you make the call. I was gonna use the emboldening bond thing, which it just says willing targets within 30 feet. So knowing his general...
My call is you have to see him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be my call on that one. That's a tough one. You don't just sense his presence there.
Right, but I saw him twice in the last...
But he could have moved anywhere.
Okay. So then I will just cast it on the 3 of us.
Okay.
That are visible. So we get our D4. And then for my bonus action, how is... because I know I've seen Ree getting attacked, and she currently has 1 attached to her. I guess I do too.
Oh, I didn't add.
Just so you know, I'm putting the blessed on you, Candace, and the 2 people who are involved in this, and that is for the emboldening bond, because it pretty much gives you the equivalent of a bless, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a D4 added to anything,
which is a bless.
except for damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So you activate the emboldening bond, and as you do so, the energy connects you, Ree, and Aurora to each other.
Okay, and then my bonus action. I'm just trying to think. So this thing is literally attached to me,
It is
right?
literally attached to you and grinding into you. It is drinking your blood. Literally, it's like a leech, giant leech.
Okay, so I used my action for that.
Yep.
Can I do anything with my bonus action to try to get it off of me?
If you have a bonus action to attack it, or if you have anything in your repertoire, I don't know your character sheet well enough.
No, that's
to
fine.
tell
I
you
just
that.
didn't know if I could like try to shake it off of me.
No, that's an action.
Okay. Then I will. I might do something weird. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
I want to see if the next time it tries to drink my blood, if it will force it to unattach.
Okay. So you quickly mutter your incantation, and as you do so, a shield of divine energy, kind of gray divine energy, wraps up and around your body and puts you in this weird cocoon state.
And then this one is attached to Ree, right? As well, because they're in the box.
Yeah, Ree has 2 attached to her.
Okay, so then I'm gonna move up here. Sorry, I can't move that.
Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Anything else, Doc?
That's all of my action economy.
Back to the top. Aurora. Aurora, as your turn comes to its conclusion, the ice fades back down and into your hand, and you see the creature standing there before you. You still sense your quarry alive and well, but rushing towards you.
She is going to ignore the one in front of her at the moment, and she is going to shoot here, shoot her quarry. Do I need to go down one to be able to shoot it more easily because the one in front of me?
No.
Okay, cool. Then we're
You're both
just
small
going
creatures, so it's fine.
Okay. Then we're gonna shoot around the one in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't great. We're gonna try that again with another arrow.
Okay, so you fire the arrow. and it bounces off of the flesh of the creature. The second one absolutely does strike it, and as it strikes it, you see the arrow bounces off, and it looks in your direction, and as it begins to, with newfound vigor, bound towards you, the second arrow goes through its open maw and out the back of its head, and it drops dead. Also, she forgot about her emboldening
Okay,
bond.
then we are going to bonus
But I'm not here to
action
remind people.
move my mark to that one. And
Sorry, can you target? Was it the one just in front of it?
yeah, the one that was next to it. I'm trying to get the ones in the back right now.
Yep, no problem. That's very smart. All right, so you turn your attention, you focus in, and you see the writhing innards of the creature running at you.
Okay. And then the last thing that I want to do, I'm going to drop my bow and use my environmental to grab that flamey dagger.
Okay, you let the bow go, it hits the ground, and you pull the dagger out.
I absolutely did forget about that D4 I could have hit. Oops, my bad. I'll remember that next time. But yeah, dagger, and that's it.
Okay. Gray.
Okay, so I think Gray at this time is just gonna walk up to this creature. He's not gonna knife it because he has a spell, and he's gonna cast Vicious Mockery, saying he's not gonna try and say this too loudly, but it definitely sounds I guess fucked, and he's gonna say, "Just die like the wretched things you are."
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll some damage. It rolled a 12.
That's max damage, and it
Holy
gets
shit.
9 more necrotic, because I can add it to spells as well. So that's 17 damage, if it doesn't have, of course.
All right. So you guys see this weird, very pale, very sunken-in face of Gray, the halo now completely fucking gone and replaced by almost what looks like a black hood of shadow as he materializes just for a minute out of, or I mean just for a second, out of the greater invisibility. You hear him very loudly whisper something. It comes out as gibberish to you, but as his face is shrouded by the invisibility again, this creature literally implodes. You hear the cracking of about 5 dozen bones as its body implodes, and then as it explodes, turns to black goo on the ground. Anything else, you fucking nutcase?
No. I think that's about it for now, because I don't think Gray would care to move at this moment. Yeah, so I think that's about it for me. Also, yeah, first kill, let's go.
All right, just so you know, I'm also putting next to you how many rounds you have left on your big thing.
Necrotic shroud.
That's fine.
That's just for my own note. Okay, so all right, the wretched. So, Gray, this thing is going to run past you. If you want to take your attack of opportunity, you're more than welcome to, as your reaction.
I will.
All right.
Sorry, I just want to check the wording on this. Okay, yeah, so I can't do that again. So it's just a normal knife attack if I hit.
But you're invisible.
And so you have advantage, yep. Oh, yeah, you hit. But you roll again to make sure it's not a nat 20.
Yeah, make sure you.
Okay, well, it's still a good hit. Jesus,
used
you're
it
really...
earlier.
How are you so good with knives? You hit more with knives than fucking Aurora does with arrows. No, I'm just kidding.
It's the same story with Meepo.
Don't tell her I said
I
that.
hit with my knife.
Shadow asshole made him a shanker.
Yeah, so that's just 4 damage. I can only use the necrotic thing once per turn.
All right. So, That does hit. It obviously does not, it does not destroy it by any means, but you cut a pretty nasty gash in its side.
Yep, it's just a regular old dagger.
Alright. Ree, the two that are attached to you are going to continue to absorb your blood.
Quit it.
For a total of 11 reduced to 5 points of necrotic damage. And Doc, the one that is attached to you, deals 9 points of necrotic damage. It does not appear the Sanctuary had any effect on it, because it's only when it makes an attack, and because it is attached, it does not have to make an attack.
That's fine. One of these other fuckers can do it.
With that being said, though, Doc, you are going to be attacked by one. What is the, what kind of saving throw is that?
I think it's a Dex 14.
A Dex to
Hold
save
on,
against Sanctuary?
Or maybe Charisma.
That was wisdom.
No, you're right. It's Wisdom. It's Wisdom 14.
Alright, so, it rolls a 7, and unfortunately has nothing else in its vicinity to attack, and that's really sad because I went ahead and rolled my attack first, and it would have been a nat 20, so I'm kind of sad about that. So the Sanctuary saves you. This thing lunges up at you, and, like, bounces off the barrier. It looks kind of stunned for a moment, like it wants to bite at something else, and it just can't find the time to do so. Ree, with that being said, there's going to be 2 attacking you. The first one completely fails to bite through your toughened hide. The second one absolutely does hit. And that is for 14 reduced to 7 points of damage from your rage as it latches onto you. Aurora, you are struck.
I'm taking it.
Okay. So it latches onto you. You take 8 points of piercing and 11 necrotic for a total of 19 points of damage. As this one, furious by the ice shield, latches onto your center and begins to furiously twist and pull the blood out of your body.
Okay, I will need to do a concentration check, which is something. What do I do for that?
Make Constitution saving throw.
E4.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Constitution is not my strong suit.
Nat 20.
Never mind.
Wow, you have absolutely no problem whatsoever keeping that shit out going. Good on you.
She's focused on her prey. She's letting the half-orc come back a little bit for this.
All right, so Ree, you find yourself with 3 attached now and 1 to the left of you. You look behind you really quickly. You see that Aurora and Doc both have 1 attached to them, and Gray is nowhere to be found.
Okay. I just imagine Ree kind of like just a windmill, so could she attempt to whack this one off of Doc?
Oh, you can try anything you'd like to in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, my sweet Ree.
Okie dokie. I'm going to try that.
All right.
Same as a chance. Is it just a normal roll? Or
Yep, it's just a normal roll because it's not on you.
Okay.
Don't roll in that one.
I need a D4 to this one. So 16?
Yeah, that's an 18. So the 18 does hit. Because it was a 4, right?
Oh, I'm looking at the 12. I was looking at the wrong number. Yep.
Yep, so you absolutely hit. And as you hit the creature, you blast it off of Doc like it is nothing. You smash the top of its head. The teeth stay in Doc as you have blasted it off of her, and instead of trying to push it off of you, and they stay in her, not causing any additional damage. But you definitely have freed her from those confines.
You're welcome! Actually, it'd be more like, you're welcome. She's gonna go for this one. Big Ree sounds deep.
I dig it.
I dig it too, I really like it.
Back.
Okay, I'm sorry, which one were you going for? The one that is not attached?
Oh, sorry, the one not attached to me, yeah.
Okay, understood. That absolutely hits. and in magical mall fashion, as it hits, the entire body just fucking disintegrates into goo.
All right, that's it.
All right, Doc. You find yourself within your own sanctuary, bonded to your close friends. Gray still nowhere to be seen, and a sanctuary protecting you, separating you from this little shit in front of you. What would you like to do?
Well, since it says if I attack or affect an enemy, I think what Doc's gonna do is take a step closer to Ree, and then heal her. She's gonna cast a. Actually, she'll use the tattoo and just do the full 3 levels of Cure Wounds into Ree, knowing that she's got all these damn things attached to her.
Nice, thanks.
Just stop talking.
Sorry, say that again. What are you casting? What are you doing?
Cure Wounds from the tattoo. I'm using all charges on Ree right now.
Beautiful. So you
Fuck yeah.
you roll up the sleeve, and as the arm penetrates through the sanctuary, you touch Ree's very muscly, very like this is a big greasy ass back now.
Very sweaty right now.
Very
Ew.
sweaty, very hairy. It's like she's wearing a dire pelt or a dire rat pelt cape. Definitely attached to her though. And you heal her for 17 hit points. Beautifully. And it does
Nice,
not pop your
thanks.
sanctuary. How long does sanctuary last, by the way? Is it a minute?
Oh no, yeah, 1 minute.
Okay.
I think that's all I'm gonna do for the moment.
All right, beautiful. So, that brings us back to the top. Aurora.
Okay. Very, very important question. Is my dagger currently flaming?
It is not.
I dislike that. Okay. But you know what? You know what I dislike more? Being bitten. So we are going to go ahead and take the bonus action to move the hunter's mark onto the one directly in front of me as I stab it. Or try to.
Or
All right.
It's a little weird doing that, moving it off of something that's still alive, but
It is a little strange, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
straight roll to hit the thing on me.
Give me 1 second here. So, actually, you cannot move it. Your spell specifically says if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use your bonus action on the subsequent turn. So that is not a thing you can do.
Nope, totally fair. Ignore the 4 points then. I'm still stabbing the one that's on me. Or trying to.
All right, so it is at disadvantage, though, because it is on you.
Do have a D4 from Doc.
But yeah, you do have a D4. All right.
Well, that's not gonna help. Stupid disadvantage. It was better when it was my prey.
All right, so the first dagger blow comes down, and the dagger just bounces off of its hide, like you were half expecting it to just ignite and burn right through its flesh.
Yeah, she's a little unhappy about that. You know what? It doesn't need to be magically her prey to be her prey. Let's try this again.
All right.
I am going to use that D4.
There we go. And the 15 just hits. So, with it striking the creature, you deal 5 points of piercing.
1 second. I am going to use my piercer feat to re-roll that D4 for that
Okay.
base damage. There's a lot of weird shit.
Okay, so it's 6
And
points.
it's an extra 1 point. So, okay.
All right, so you stab it, You pull the dagger out. It begins to bleed, but it still stays attached to you.
Yep. That's all. That's all she's going to be able to do right now. Nope, I take that back. I'm going to use that bonus action to use normal Slayer's Prey and stack it on the one that has the Hunter's Mark on it.
All right, we'll go ahead and throw the red dot of doom on that bitch. All right.
That thing's going to very die.
Yeah, he's gonna... I hurt myself today. Okay, Gray, it is your turn.
Okay, so Gray is gonna cast blindness, deafness, 4th level. So it'll affect the 3 on Ray, I guess. Not that it
Okay.
matters.
Alright.
Do I need to do a save for that, or is it?
No,
Nope,
just,
it's
it's
targeted.
just done.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just targeted.
That'll be a con save 16.
Are they deaf or blind?
I feel like it'd be blind.
Yeah, that was a 14, a 0, and a 9. So, as Gray materializes momentarily, the large, shadowy claws creep out and behind these things' skulls and clasp down on their eyes, and all 3 of them are now blind.
I will then move there. And Aurora will hear... Slash it to bits. You can do better. D8 for Bardic Inspiration. Also, it's probably gone by now, but y'all had 8 temporary HP, just a reminder.
Oh, it got eaten.
Long gone.
Yeah.
The people who take damage are like, noted, and thank you.
In case you forgot when you took damage.
No, I definitely am grateful. I'd be much more.
Alright, so, Gray, with your turn ending, the things that are attached to you currently. Continue to drain your blood
Suck.
for a total of 25 points of damage reduced to 12 because you are raging. You feel the leeches pulling desperately using your veins, your newly gigantic veins like big fucking silly straws, trying to pull. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. But they're doing it. Aurora, the one that is attached to you, continues to draw your life forward, dealing you 10 points of necrotic damage. And Doc,
I'm going to need to do a concentration check.
yes, please. Constitution
Sorry, I'm
saving throw.
removing hit. I'm removing hit points first. Let's not go down to 10. You know what? I'm going to use my DM inspiration from last time to try and keep my spell. Unless, can I use the Bardic Inspiration on that one?
It's a saving throw.
It is, so you can.
Okay, well, let's
Yep, your
try
choice.
that first. What's my target number for this, out of curiosity? Because I don't know how these work.
It's always half of the damage taken, or 10.
No. Okay. Well, in that case, Bardic Inspiration. Wow. That's... Ouch.
All right.
Okay.
And in a moment, your concentration fades, and you lose your hunter's mark. You cannot maintain the sanctity of said spell. However, you still have your Slayer's Prey active on the creature in front of you.
Yeah, Bard needs to work on his inspiration, apparently.
To be fair,
that's currently for how he is
I was
now.
gonna say that he was particularly fucking creepy. So, okay.
So why aren't you inspired?
Yeah, right. Okay, Doc, the wretched in front of you, it attempts to lunge at you. and it does not succeed. As it lunges forward, it kind of stops and looks around, and it can't penetrate the sanctuary. Ree.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Ree will just keep going counterclockwise. Go for this one here directly to her south.
Okay.
This is disadvantage, yeah?
Correct.
I'll do it recklessly, so this one's at normal.
Okay.
Okay.
25.
That's 13 points.
Absolutely hits. And Control-Alt-Deletes off the face of Roll20. Yeah, you hit it with the maul, and it just bursts off of you.
Alright, next one. This guy here. Disadvantage. Oh, D4, yeah.
You do also have my D8 still.
I'm going to use it. Okay, so total 17.
17
I didn't
does
think I
hit.
need that last one. Yeah.
It does hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It did your minimum.
Okay,
with the 9 being your minimum and the rage damage and the extra D4, it's gone. These things are very, very, very futile. You hit it, blasts off of you. You now only have 1 attached to you. Anything else, Reed?
that's all.
Okay, Doc.
All right. I think that I really like what the sanctuary is doing for me, but I'm going to on that one. I think I'm going to try to cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt. Okay.
Sorry, no, Sacred Flame.
Sacred
I don't
Flame.
have Guiding Bolt.
Okay. So dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Nat 20. It's a 21.
Motherfucker.
So as you sling the flame down at it, it kind of rolls over onto its side, bounces back up onto its 2 little feet, and kind of looks at you and barks a few times.
The sanctuary. I cast a spell
Yep.
on it. Okay, and then so Aurora's taken damage, right? I would have. I can see her,
I mean,
right?
she has a thing attached to her.
Yeah. So
And she cursed when she lost her concentration. I will guarantee it.
okay, so I'll cast a 2nd level healing word on her.
All right.
Oh, not bad. 9 points of healing.
It's not bad at all. All right. So the word goes off, and the healing spirals around Aurora. Anything else,
That's
Doc?
gonna be it. Nope, she's just gonna ready her shield now that the sanctuary's gone.
All right, Aurora.
You know what? This thing needs to die. So, we're gonna stab it. And we're gonna actually hit it this time. This is the plan.
Okay. I like your pep talk. I
So
like
far,
your
so
self motivation. This is good. This is good. This is a good place
Who's
to
the
be.
bard here?
All right,
Well,
so
the
Aurora.
bard's not barding, so I have to bard.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what? I can't bard either.
You do have a D4, but I don't know if it's gonna.
That's not using it.
All right, so you slash at it, and again, your dagger and your frail halfling arms bounce off of the rubbery hide of this thing. It's weird, though, because you've watched Ree just fucking cook through these things. But she's a big person now. She's a big people. She's a big girl.
She's a big girl.
She put on her big
I'm a big girl now.
pants.
If I try and channel my inner Ree, no one needs to know. So we're gonna do that.
You gotta yell Ree really
Hey!
loudly.
That was good. All right, so we're looking at 6
Just
points of piercing. So again, you stab this thing, and as you stab it, it does penetrate, and you do draw another wound across it, but it is still attached to you, and it is still alive.
Okay, then what we are going to do here, because I want this thing off of me, is we are going to use let me make sure that I have this action economy right. I want to use the sorcery point to quicken Firebolt. Is that how that works? Am I understanding that correctly?
So
Turn
yeah,
into a bonus
so
action?
so you use
Yeah.
2 sorcery points, and that allows you to turn one spell that is an action or higher into a bonus action. And because you took your action to stab, you could convert the sorcery points to fire a firebolt. Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to try and we're just gonna try and put some fire into this thing.
Okay, and that's the one in front of you.
Yep.
Okay, and you do that with disadvantage.
Yep.
By the way, that's not just because it's attached to you. That's because you're using a ranged attack with something in melee of you.
Yep. She's just doesn't want to use the spell slots for anything not melee.
I totally get that.
Stupid disadvantage. Oh well. Okay.
So you power up the firebolt as you mutter the incantation, and as you look down, you fire it, but it kind of like glances off the back of this thing and goes into the swamp water and sizzles.
Yep. You know what? She's not doing very well against this thing, and that's okay. We're gonna just end my turn and pretend it didn't exist.
Wait, next 6 seconds.
All right, Gray.
Okay, so Gray's gonna look at this creature next to him, and he's gonna say, "You've missed at everything you've tried to do. Just do us a favor and get lost." Use vicious mockery.
What was the saving throw?
Wisdom 16.
Oh God. I rolled a 6, so my total's 4. Oh, that sucks.
15 damage, with 9 of that being necrotic.
And Aurora, suddenly your hunter's prey vanishes from view as an emaciated, almost skeletal-like jaw structure of Gray materializes for a moment, whispers something, and again this thing implodes and then bursts into a pile of black goo before he disappears again. All right. Anything else?
I will use my last bardic inspiration, if I scroll down, on Mantle of Inspiration, slamming my drum more times. Everyone gets 8 HP and can move without opportunity attacks, which doesn't help if they're attached to you. Yeah.
Can we still try and move with this thing attached to us? Like it just moves with us?
Oh yeah, it's attached to
happened
you.
to
It
me.
moves with you. If you move it, it's coming with you.
Oh, I am going right next to Ree in range of her, please remove this thing from me, hammer.
Rita was kind of thinking the same thing, so she'll meet you halfway.
Great, just so you know, I forgot about your other timer. You have 5 rounds on greater invisibility. So I thought it was an hour. It's a minute. It's regular invisibility, I think, is an hour.
That would be OP invisibility.
That would be very OP invisibility. To a greater degree.
Greater OP.
Alright, so the mantle goes off. And as it goes off, everybody, just make sure I got this right.
And that's it.
So actually, Mantle of Inspiration does not work on anybody because they have to be able to also see you. It says it very specifically in the description. 4 creatures that you can see and that can see you within 60 feet.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. I was thinking it was like bardic inspiration where as long as they can hear me. Yeah, okay, that's my bad. Luckily, the first time I did it before I turned invisible, so...
Right, so everybody go ahead and just do me a favor, move yourselves back to where you were, and please remove those temp hit points.
I'm gonna just say I use the ability anyway, because Gray is not thinking straight.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So you hear drumming, but nothing happens.
Yeah, and it's ominous as fuck.
Why?
Slower than usual.
Slower than, yeah. Like a heartbeat that's about to pit her out. Okay, so with that being said, I have no attacks to do because these things are already attached. So Ree, you take 10 reduced to 5 points of necrotic damage from your leech, and Aurora, you take 5 total points of necrotic damage from your leech, and that ends their turn. Ree!
Okay, I want this thing gone. So, recklessly attacking it. Okay, so 10 owies. 11 owies.
You hit it, and it just, I mean, these things have been more of a nuisance than anything. You smack it right the fuck off of you, no problem.
Okay, whacking it off. Love it. All right, now so this I'm coming over here, and I'm gonna,
Oh god.
I'm gonna whack off Aurora.
If you got a speeder on your Peter, whack it off.
This is normal story.
I think I made the nun face again.
Yes, this is a normal strike. Because you're attacking somebody else's skeeter on their Peter.
Do I still get the D4 to the thing?
Yeah, it's every attack that you make because you're enlarged.
Oh, I mean the attack roll. Not the damage.
It would only work if you haven't used it again. You only get it once per turn.
Okay, I did not use it I did use it the first time. No, that was
No, it's every turn. Yep, every
Every
turn
turn.
you get one.
No, I know. The first D4 I rolled on my last hit was just for the big damage. This
Correct.
D4 that I'm rolling was for Doc's thing
Oh,
to hit. So
gotcha. So 16
yeah, so that
to hit.
that brings me up to a 16. Yeah. If that
Understood.
hits, I think it hits.
It does hit.
Yeah,
And not
no.
only does it hit, but the 15 points of damage you just dealt absolutely obliterates the fucking leech.
No, but wait, there's more.
As you do so, and the last of the leeches hits the ground, the last of these wretches hits the ground and literally spittles out of existence. From the center of the crater, the vortex that is currently surrounding whatever is in the center of this crater funnels inward towards the spinning vortex. Suddenly, the purple tendrils that are wildly thrashing about retract into the center, now revealing a large stone and a spinning vortex around it. At the top, where the vortex now pitters out and draws inward, much like you guys have actually seen something very similar to this when you were in the Druid's Grove. The vortex finally fades away, revealing a creature that to you is nothing short of an absolute fucking abomination. You see the following. A writhing mass of flesh and heads constantly bursting and regrowing, maws of teeth and fury and arms that are nothing but scythed blades, dripping with blood, melting into the ground simply to regrow. You hear the anger that is pouring out and around you. The acoustics of this area grow louder, even louder than they were before, and it begins to move forward towards you. Give me one moment, please.
I have like 10 moments.
Can I just stand there until we kill it?
Yeah, please. God, no, I hate flesh things.
That is very nasty, and I think it's very cool. I'm glad I slept before this. This is amazing.
All right. All right, so Ree's turn ends. Doc, What do? You see the creature stand upright, and as it looks towards you, and it stands probably 6.5 feet tall, literally as its arms creep out towards you, the scythed blades that reach out from its stumps of hands drip and literally dissolve into blood puddles on the ground before reforming. Heads reform and grow out. Teeth just spill out of this thing as it begins to ride towards you. What do?
Well, as per our plan, I'm going to cast Banishment on it.
Cat's like, God damn it.
Banishment. Yeah.
Go away.
All right.
Please.
Yep, no, it's cool. I was just looking at distance. I wanted to make sure that you were within distance.
Yeah, 35 and
yep.
60, yeah.
No, you're way more than 35, Candace. You're 55.
Oh, because it's up 20.
It's like, what the fuck?
But still.
Okay, so... Give me one moment. Alright, so you cast Banishment. As you mutter the incantation and sling the spell forward. What is the DC, or what's the save on it, just in general? I don't know. Charisma save.
Charisma 14.
So this either has a gigantic intimidation or it's really bad at charisma.
Right, based on previous conversations, yeah.
What was it?
He said it's either got a...
No, Candace, what is the save?
Oh, Charisma 14.
14?
Yeah.
So, you mutter the incantation, and as you twist your arm forward, you invoke the spell. You see the chains bind around it. The creature, it struggles desperately as you see it is not good at resisting this type of magic. But it powers through and breaks the chains. I rolled a 15, and that's including a -2 to my roll.
Okay.
Doc, what are you doing?
Since that didn't work, I'm gonna hit
Also,
it
make
with-
sure everybody's marking their spell slots off.
I did, yep.
I have been.
Shut up.
Okay, I suppose I will step back.
Doc, how long does your emboldening bond last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Aurora.
Oh, fuck that. We are going to just right off the bat use the second level spell slot to make that thing my my quarry. Then we are going to grab my bow. We're gonna shoot it in the faces.
Ugh.
Wow, that was
That's so
that was
bad.
All of them.
that was disgustingly accurate. All right.
It is your fault, and you know
You're
that.
making it more real.
Well, I'm hoping
All right.
to put that nightmare to rest.
You have plenty of distance to fire on this thing, so
Xavier, I'm sure you'd like the Tyranids in Warhammer 40k.
I love the fucking Tyranids in Warhammer 40k. That is my that is my army of choice, just so we're clear. I like the weird ones. I like weird, creepy bug things.
Yeah, I'll take that for the first one.
All right. So you hit it. It does hit.
Okay, we are going to immediately follow that with a second arrow because fuck that.
It does not appear to take as much damage from that arrow as it probably should, just so we're clear.
Okay, I should be good again. Very important. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't lost you on our end.
I got a phone call, so I had to
Oh, understood,
back.
understood.
And it fucked with it last time, and I was not going to do the excited description again.
All right, 22 also hits. So that's for 5 points.
I'm going to nope,
Go
it's
ahead.
Hunter's Mark, so I get both on it, and I'm re-rolling the initial damage on it.
Understood. Sorry, I see the prey there, and it throws me for a loop every fucking time.
Yep, it's easier.
Okay, so it's
that's
so it's 8 points of damage, yeah, instead of the 7. Because you
correct.
rolled a
It's
2 instead of the 1.
yep,
Okay.
12 and then 8.
So, what kind of damage is dealt by Hunter's Mark? Can you tell me that, please?
Let me look before I just guess. Just an extra 1d6 damage, so I'm assuming it just says until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. Weapon damage type,
It's
bludgeoning,
the
piercing,
weapon.
or
Yeah,
slashing.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the weapon attack is
Yeah,
what
I
it
just
is.
wanted to make sure because there was a very specific point as far as how that actually operates. So, but
Yeah.
here's the thing: I have always lived by and gone with the notion that if you have a spell that is allowing for damage and or extra damage, and you have something that is resistant to a specific type of damage, unless it is magical, the magical spell will bypass it. Therefore, your Hunter's Mark damage is appearing to deal full damage to this thing, and the arrow itself is not. So, just so we're clear. I am taking all of that into account. You don't need to worry about any of that math. I've got that, but just so you know, you're dealing more damage than I initially anticipated. So,
I'm just
to this
gonna
creature.
pause and say that I really appreciate you doing this math. And I
Yeah.
say that at the end of my turn so that you can remember this when you're swinging.
I got you. Yeah, it's my turn soon. Gray, your turn, bud.
Okay, so I have a question. If I move to like over here on the boat, right? Can I like hide from them?
You could try. Sure, why the fuck
Be out
not?
of sight.
You're
I just wanna
invisible.
be out of sight of them.
Here's the thing: you're invisible anyways, so they can't
Yeah, but
fucking see you.
I want to cast Hold Monster, and that breaks concentration. So Gray would try and find a place where he'd be.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you go down there right now, I mean, you're the one looking over the edge. You could easily get down there and find cover and still see this thing up on its fucking pedestal.
Okay, in that case, I will. 10, 15, 25 over there. And then I will lose invisibility and cast Hold Monster 5th level. DC 16 Wisdom save. My only 5th level spell.
All right, so Gray, you actually none of you notice anything, but Gray, you dip down behind the boat, you drop yourself down and push yourself up against like the spot that's kind of sticking up and out of the water. And as you begin your incantation, you feel the illusory magic fade away from you. And as you finish the incantation, your hands stretch outward, and you guys see from below the boat, but not actually seeing Gray, these tendrils of black energy rocket out towards this creature and spiral around it. As it does so,
If you don't mind, if it succeeds, I'd like to, I guess, describe what it looks like.
go ahead. Yep, just stop me before I start doing that stuff, so go ahead.
I guess if it succeeds, it'll be this giant shadowy hand that just kind of grasps onto him, the creature.
Alright, so with that being said, a giant shadowy hand rises up and out of the ground and grips this thing, holding it in place. As it goes to step off of the rock, you see it struggle, and it cannot move from the rock. Anything else, Gray?
That'll be it from me. I think like 2 skeletal wings will be like kind of semi-poking out of above the ship.
Yeah, you guys see it materialize. It's pretty fucking obvious. Alright. It is its turn. Its turn ends, and it does not succeed. The hand continues to hold it. Ree.
What do I do? Should I whack it? Actually, it's gonna take me a minute to get there. So, yeah, we will walk Yeah, I think that's it. She'll just kind of get into a spot where she can charge at this thing if she can, and she'll peek over here, see what that tendrily thing was happening over there.
So there's not really so much tendrils as there is, what as you look over, a very, very gaunt, very pale, almost like we joke and say, oh, he's alabaster. No, white as a ghost flesh. Cheeks sunken in, dark circles around his eyes, and two large, correct me if I'm wrong, Lucy, skeletal wings protruding from his back, gray, concentrating, and his hand shaking, sweating furiously, trying to hold this thing in place.
Yeah, so he does have the skeletal wings, but they're also like dripping this black ooze, and he does have everything Xavier says, except he looks a bit more childlike, a bit younger, as well as the gaunt stuff, with as well as the black ooze shadows dripping out of his eyes.
A lot of fucked up shit happening here today, guys.
All right, Doc.
Sorry, much deeper.
Oh,
A lot of fucked up shit happening around here, guys.
Yeah, that's. There it is.
That was
All
for
right,
3 hours, you said, right?
3 hours, yep.
Literally, the length that Doc can go is. And kind of anticipating what Ree's about to do, she's gonna put a 2nd level Cure Wounds into her. No. A 1st level, just because I know I just did one. Because I'd have to probably do a medicine check to really see if she's hurting, right? If she's not actually, like, bleeding out.
Yeah, she's definitely not
Yeah.
bleeding out. She's
Okay.
moving strong. She's a strong-ass bitch. She's got some bite marks on her that are very obvious because she had 4 of those fucking things attached to her, but she's still moving.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna do just a 1st level for now, and then I'll come with you. Don't split up.
Okay.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
That's the, now in the throngs of, adult, male puberty, is moving forward. The gentle hand touches your back, the small of your back now because you're so big, and you are healed for 7 hit points. Anything else, Doc?
No.
Aurora.
Well, since I've just been abandoned by my not girlfriend, I'm just gonna make this thing my additional prey, so I'm gonna use Slayer's Prey as well. And then I'm going to try and shoot it, because nope. I don't know,
All right.
you went running to Ree, so. So there's gonna be an extra d6 on this first attack, or the first attack that hits.
You make your attack roll with, advantage because it's paralyzed from the hold monster.
Cool. Okay, and then I'm going to do an extra d6 and re-roll that first one. That's a 1.
Understood.
So that's 12 points of damage. Only 4 of that is the magical, though.
Okay, give me just one moment. It's not 4 additional, it's you've changed 1 to a 4, so it's actually the first one is 3 additional and then 4 additional of the magic. Okay, that's still a lot of
yep.
fucking damage, so give me just 1
it's a
second to do the
total of
math.
3d6 plus.
Yep, I got it. I got it on my end. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so first arrow, foomp, shoots through the shadowy hand and just vanishes, and you see a spurt of black ooze spit out from the shadowy hand holding this thing. Second shot.
That is as it should be there. So 20 to hit. 8 normal, 4 of the.
Yep, 20
mark.
absolutely hits, and All right. Again, boom, another arrow disappears inside of this thing's body, behind the shadowy whatever the hell is holding this thing in place. Anything else, Aurora?
No, I'm perfectly happy with that.
All right, Gray.
Okay, so I think Gray would just keep trying to focus on actually, how far away is this thing? I didn't check.
5, 10, 15, 20...
Yeah, so it's 20 foot high, right?
Well, it's like 15 feet high, so it's like 30 away from you.
That is... You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Good enough. I'm gonna try and throw a knife at it.
All right. All right.
It's technically at disadvantage because 20 feet is the, like, short range.
But you have advantage because it's being fucking held by you. Also, Doc, the skeletal shit that we talked about with Gray, yeah, you see his ass.
Okay.
And now, on his turn, he rears back and boom, slings a dagger. Go ahead, Gray, and give me a ranged attack with that dagger. Just straight roll. Wow, you guys are bringing
these.
You guys are bringing the fucking heat tonight, man. What is this? All right, go ahead and roll some damage, you crazy fuck.
So that's max damage and 9 extra for the necrotic. I don't know how crits work, but
Give me 1 sec.
I don't hit them often.
So you double your dice, but because it's an extra static amount, that static amount doesn't double. So it's like you wouldn't ever add your modifier as far as like strength is concerned. So the 9 necrotic takes. The dagger sticks into the forehead of this thing, and as it does so, you see this black smoke sizzling out of it as it begins to, like, necrotically pierce its way in. And from about halfway down on the dagger, the necrosis allows it to burn all the way to the crossguard, and the dagger is stuck in its fucking forehead.
So does that mean I deal 10 with the dagger?
Yeah, so you dealt 10 with the... actually, hang on. So you rolled a 4 plus the 1... So you dealt 8 with the dagger. So it was 9 total with the dagger, 8 plus 1, because you double the dice. So it's 8 plus 1, and then the 9 necrotic.
Right, okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to roll another dice or...
Nope, I got you there. I just doubled it on my end for ease.
Okay, then I think that'll be it.
Alright. And you'd probably want me to roll, or to take the double on the 4 anyways, considering that was your max. Alright, it is its turn.
Actually, Grail, like, slightly move over. Yeah, actually, he'll just stay there, because Aurora's still back there.
Okay. Alright, it is its turn. I'm sorry, we said hold person is a, or hold monster is a fucking wisdom saving throw, isn't it?
It
God,
is.
You are a
DC
prick.
16.
Yeah, you're a prick. Shut up. Man, fuck you. Alright. Its turn comes and goes. It cannot break free from this fucking hold monster spell that Gray is furiously concentrating on. Ree!
Okay, I was just looking at my ring of jumping, and I can... This is what?
Triples.
Triples.
Yeah.
Triples my jump
Yep.
distance. So, like, long jump, standing long jump is what, like, your strength score, right? Plus, yeah, sorry. This is a weird one. Almost never used jump.
It's fine. If I can take 10 minutes trying to find a circle, you can take 10 minutes to jump. Come on. I have to.
So the Ring of Jumping allows you to cast the jump spell from it as a bonus action at will. So if you cast the bonus action jump, that's what the Ring of Jumping does. So you cast the jump spell as a bonus action, and then you triple your jump distance.
Right. And jump distance is strength, like a horizontal jump distance. I think that's my strength score, yeah?
So, but I think that you have something different, don't you? Because don't you have some weird strength thing because of that? Give me 1 second. Let me just check here.
And the only thing I have for along strength is a advantage on athletics if I'm raging, but I'm not anymore. So
Give me 1 moment.
she still needs a rage anyway, and not use a bonus action for that.
Oh, that's right. She would have lost her rage last round.
Yeah, she's currently not raging.
Okay. So just so we're clear, though, as far as the long jump is concerned, the long jump is a number of feet equal to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet before the jump. That's the long jump.
Yeah.
The high jump is just standing still, though, and that's 3 plus your strength modifier. So your long jump is what you're looking for, is actually going to be a number of feet equal. So it's going to be your strength score times 3 if you cast the jump spell.
Right.
Which is really fucking far.
That doesn't really work as well here because it's just only 15 feet across anyway.
Correct.
All right, so she just, and it's going to be rough terrain to walk through there anyway.
Correct.
So could I, if I jump from this point here?
Yep.
Would I be perfectly capable of going 15 feet
Easy.
across?
Isn't your strength like 20 or 19?
It's 15.
15? Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, you could jump 15 feet. I mean, you could easily make that jump, no problem.
Okay, so she goes here, and then 5, 10, 15, splat right there.
Got it. And did you bonus action rage, just so we're...
She has not yet bonus action raged.
Okay.
So she moved, she walked 10 feet, she jumped 15 feet. I don't still have...
So that's 25 feet total.
Okay.
But you have
so I have
a lot of fucking movement, don't you?
I have an
Yeah, you have
additional
40,
15.
right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have 40 feet total, yeah. I have an additional 15, so... Oof. Do I want to get ready? Yeah, fuck it. Bonus action rage.
Alright.
Get up in this thing's face. Can I actually get up in the... He said the thing's 15 feet up on like a pillar.
So it is up there to the small people. But because you are medium-sized, as you get up there, you are at this thing's kneecaps.
Well, then, I don't like those kneecaps. I am going to attempt to get rid of those kneecaps.
You guys are really fucking bringing the heat tonight, man.
We're scared.
Like, I kind of like this, but I'm kind of like, what the fuck? I want my crazy flesh monster to do things.
No, I don't.
We absolutely do not want your flesh monster to do things.
All the things that were just said.
I know you don't. Alright, go ahead and give me some attacks, Ree.
Is this advantage?
It is, because it's fucking paralyzed, too.
Okay.
Wow, you guys are pricks.
Sorry, not sorry.
I'm definitely not sorry.
Alright, here's the first one. Ugh, I'm glad I had advantage on that.
18
okay.
absolutely fucking hits.
Okay, I'm adding some Fury of the Small
Okay.
to give me 9 extra owies on top of that.
Okay, so we're looking at, and that's plus your rage damage of 2, correct?
Correct.
So it's 17.
And then I'm also...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
but wait, there's more. I'm also going to put some extra stank on this with... Oh, actually, I got to mark off that second rage. With the superiority and do a push attack.
Alright, give me a second. I have to add these because we don't have them on the screen. So it's 15.
Yeah.
Plus 2 for rage. Plus 9 for Fury of the Small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 3 for the bigs.
Alright, so that's 29 points.
Plus 7 for the superiority. Combat superiority. And then it's going to be a strength saving throw to see if it gets pushed. Which will...
Nope. It's paralyzed.
Oh,
so
cannot move?
No. It's paralyzed, so it
right.
automatically fails its strength and dex saving throws. So where does it fucking go? Or just knock it down?
It just goes... Let's see. Where did it go? Yeah, here it is. Strength saving throw. Pushed up to 15 feet away from you. Directly away from you.
So
does that fuck up the paralyzation? I hope.
So you smack this thing, and you knock it. It immediately fails because it is paralyzed. And as you baseball swing and scream in full fury, fucking rage, it flies. Excuse me.
No.
Great.
You knock this
No.
fucking thing off and 15 feet away from you. As it hits the ground, it automatically fails its dex saving throw to not take the fucking falling damage. So let me roll a few d6 for that. Alright. So, it hits the ground. It is now laying on the ground prone. And it is still held by the claw.
Oh, good. I should have, on second thought, done that after my second attack because now I can't move.
That is true. Yep, you should have, but you're not a very smart creature.
Nope, not at all.
But you dealt like 29 points of fucking damage to this thing, plus I think the additional 7 on top of that does a lot of fucking nasty damage.
Well, yeah, additional 10 damage because of the big and the superiority.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And then, yeah, it was a lot.
A lot. And then it fell and took 3d6 damage on top of that, so. Alright, so that brings us to Doc. Hi,
Okay.
Doc.
Hi, everyone. So it'll be 10 to move here, then 5 here, here, and here.
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's where Doc's going.
Okay.
And she'll holler behind her, Aurora, watch my back. Can she see this thing from where she's at?
She cannot.
No?
Nope, because
Okay.
this rock is covering its line of sight.
Can she see Ree up here?
Absolutely. And you can see Gray in all of his fucking crazy fury.
Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold my action to cast Sacred Flame for if and when I can see this mofo.
Okay.
And she's just gonna stay put because I don't want to overspend.
Alright. Aurora. Aurora, you have officially lost sight of this thing, though with all of your senses up, you do feel it pulsating. You know
Yep.
where it's at, but you can't see it physically.
Yep, so we are going to just go walking 10, 15, 20, 25 with that line of sight.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Cool. Then we're gonna shoot it. Hopefully a lot.
Okay. An 18.
I get an extra d6 on that. Sorry.
An 18 does hit. Yeah, go ahead and throw your d6.
Also, I should be rolling disadvantage still, question mark?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, no, it's prone.
It's prone, yeah.
You are rolling disadvantage, yep.
But it's
Oh,
a straight roll because it's
disadvantage.
still paralyzed.
And it is paralyzed, so it is just a straight roll. So yep, nope, you guys are absolutely correct about that. So it does hit though. Don't worry about it. It hits.
Okay, extra d6 on the first one.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, and then one more.
So the arrow hits it, sticks into it. The claw is writhing and just dragging it into the ground. Oh my god, a fucking 30! God, what the fuck? What the fuck, bitch, be gone. That's nasty.
That should be 17 total, it looks like.
Yeah, I gotta do some math here, though. So I don't think it's actually 17. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I've got the physical damage, and now the magical damage. So you rolled a 1, but the crit from the second d6 is a 3, which is a... It says 5, but I don't understand why it says 5 for Slayer's Prey. You rolled a 3 for the second d6.
I do, because I have the piercer.
Ah, so it re-rolled it. Okay, understood. Understood. So it's an additional 5. Okay, yeah, no, you... So you fucking
The
hit,
pier-
like... Sorry, go ahead.
The piercer feat gave me an extra d6.
Oh, it's an extra d6 if you hit it?
If it's a crit.
Oh... So, okay, so you hit, though, with a crit... Okay. Okay, so if you critical hit with the piercer feat, you deal an additional d6 damage?
Let me confirm that, but I am 98% sure yes.
That's a really good fucking feat.
It's an extra,
For a ranger
so
to have, yeah.
When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes. So if I'm using my other bow, it is a D8 instead.
Understood. Okay, so it did not roll the additional damage. So give me another D6, please. Roll another D6. What I'm because I'm looking at the math on how Roll20 has it. It rolled 1 D6 and then an additional D6 because of the crit, and that's just from your hunter's mark.
Okay.
So the other D6 is very, very important, and this is regular non-magical damage, but it's still an extra fucking D6. So take it. And it deals full damage.
Not been doing great with those extra rolls, but that is still a crit.
So this thing is damn near bloodied at this point, and it has had no chance to do anything to you guys. Anything else for you, Aurora?
I want to use a bonus action to take a 2nd level spell slot and turn it into sorcery points, and that's it.
And that gives you 2 sorcery points, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, understood. All right. So, as you finish firing the 2nd shot, you focus inwardly and you draw just a very slight thread of the weave, and as you inhale the weave from your natural sorceress instinct, you regain your 2 sorcery points. Gray.
Okay, so Gray is gonna look at this creature, and as much as I would like to throw another knife, it is not within range. So, actually, what's the range on that? 60 feet. Is it within 60 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, it's like 30 feet from you.
Okay, cool.
However, you can't see it anymore. You are 6 feet down in a pool, and it is 3, 5, 7. It's like 7.5 feet up above you.
Yeah, get out of the water.
Don't wanna.
Well.
Okay, so I guess 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I see it now?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Then Gray is gonna look at it and go.
And by the way, Aurora, now, just to clarify, Aurora, now you see Gray as he is running up this hill, very lethargically running up the hill, but running up the hill nonetheless. You see the skeletal wings and the dripping of the shadow off of his body as he is charging this creature. Gray, please, go ahead.
Shoot him in the neck.
This bitch!
Very, very appropriate. Gray's gonna go. Your very existence hurts my eyes. Do us a favor and just disappear already. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Alright, and this is, sorry, tell me again, is it a charisma save?
It is a wisdom. Yes, wisdom save. DC 16.
Nope, he failed. Roll a 12.
So that is 16 damage. 9 necrotic.
And as Gray whispers these words at this thing, you see it writhing and twisting and bending, like flopping around, just the mass of it, and the necrotic energy splits it down the center, and it regrows a head out of it. The teeth rot out of the head as it desperately claws and tries to keep itself maintained. It is not doing well. It is officially bloodied. Anything else, Gray?
I do not have bonus actions, so no, that's it for me.
And this motherfucker, man, I kid you guys not, again, I just rolled an 11 total for the wisdom saving throw. It starts and ends its turn and cannot break free from the fucking hold monster. God damn it!
This spell.
To be fair, every other battle we've had, like, several of us died.
It's funny because he's like so. I can tell you guys afterwards, he's always so proud of us, but he's also like, "Fuck you guys, man."
Did we strategy a little bit?
It's not dead yet. It's not dead yet. Don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited.
We are. Yeah, we are.
We past tense strategied. That
I think
is
it's strategy.
Yeah, so Ree is going to attempt to whack at this thing 2 times now, y'all. I think it still has advantage.
Two
Oh, that was
waxes
a
down.
bad roll. Do I still have the D4? I don't think I... That lasts for a long time, right? Doc's
Oh,
thing.
yes. It's 10 minutes. Yeah, you're good.
See if it matters.
Might as well, yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Oh, 14.
God, it's unfortunate.
If you had gotten, like, a 3, I think 3 or 4.
Okay, so you swing
I
down
think
at
any
it.
number would have done.
I think that's what you got.
Your D4 is great, but it's not D4. It's, you know, D4. Well, I'll take the 1. Yeah, so you swing down, and in your excitement, like, I'm gonna smash this fucking thing, you hit it, and it bounces off of its hide.
Okay, she's going to try to do it again, but harder. Okay, 19's got a hit, right?
So the 19 does hit, and unfortunately, because you struck it within 5 feet, you automatically deal a critical blow, because it's paralyzed.
Oh, damn.
Yup, paralysis is a fucking bitch of a thing to be hit with.
So that was...
Really
that
like
was-
this spell.
Fuck you, Lucy, shut up, it's not your turn. No, I was-
The DM has
So-
concerns.
So that was 12 points of bludgeoning and then 2 points of rage damage. Does that...
So the
Double
only
then
thing,
would've-
so the only thing that doubles is the 2d6. So your 2d6 totals were 9. So it's actually 18 plus 3 plus 2. So it's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's 23 points of damage total.
Okay. That was my second attack, and so this thing is like kind of like his arms are kind of like useless right now. Like, does it look like it can lash out at me?
It does not look like it can lash out at you. It is full. It is paralyzed. Like straight up, this claw is just grabbing every little bit of flesh that starts to like ooze out and grow a new head or a claw. Or an arm, I should say. The claw that's holding it like reaches over and pulls it back inwards.
Okay. So, just erring on the side of caution because she doesn't like the way all the other fights happen with these fucking things. She's going to
That's fair.
bonus action nimble escape and disengage up to here,
Okay. All right.
and that's it.
Wow. You guys are really impressing me. Doc.
Okay, so Doc's gonna go... Can I see it now?
Nope.
Still no?
I was just being a smartass. You can move yourself
Okay.
back.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you can fucking see it.
So she will... See, like, she's seeing the damage we're doing here. She's gonna cast Sacred Flame on it.
What's the
Just
save?
Dex 14.
It's paralyzed. It automatically fails
Okay.
dexterity saving throws.
Okay, so here we go. 15 points of radiant damage.
You guys have officially brought it under 100 hit points.
How? Okay, so well, it hasn't hit Rhea. Okay.
As the holy flames burn down upon it, you see part of the claw kind of dissipate, almost like fearful of the radiant energy, and then sizzle back over it. And the claws now, as they are over the top of it, plant themselves in the ground. Like, you see the actual, like, tips of the fingers bury themselves in the ground and just pin this fucking thing down.
And Doc will say, just kind of out loud, but kind of to it, just like, release, you don't have to be here. That'll be the end of her turn.
All right, Aurora.
Well, I'm gonna try really hard to not shoot my girlfriend and shoot this thing instead.
Please don't shoot your girlfriend. You're not girlfriend.
Can somebody do some fucking damage this combat? Shoot this bitch in the head.
No! That'll hurt.
You loose the arrow. I believe you can fly. Oh, 26. Yeah, 26 will fucking hit. Jesus.
That would hit me too, for the record.
That would also have hit her, yep. All right. So the first arrow sticks in deep.
That's the second one with the D4 from the bond.
All right. So unfortunately, a 16 does not hit the creature. But Doc's AC is
Question.
16.
Question.
Is 16. What would you like to do?
Can,
How are you clarifying? You know how this is going to go.
inspirations can be used after you know the results, or no?
No, you have to pick. You have to choose to roll those with advantage in the beginning. It's the, I believe it's the bardic. If I'm not mistaken, it's bardic inspirations that can be used after the fact. Is that correct? Am I right about that, Lucy, or am I wrong about that?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Can bardic inspirations be used after the fact? Because I know for a
No,
fact.
it's a one-time use.
So it's as you are rolling it. So it's when you have to roll but not know the total first, or not know if you've succeeded first.
So you can wait until after you roll the d20 before deciding to use it, but you have to decide before you say if it was.
Before knowing the outcome, yeah.
Gotcha. So it's before the outcome is decided.
I completely misunderstood the question.
No, that's okay. That's totally okay. Okay. So that's all right though, Doc. As you are facing this thing and bringing down your holy justice upon it, calling out to Garl Glittergold, your sweet little nugget flashing with divine energy, suddenly there is a sharp sting in the nape of your neck. And you look down, and your nugget is protruding about 3 inches in front of your body, and behind it is an arrowhead holding it upright. You take 10 points of piercing damage. You do not take the Slayer's Prey. You only take the 10. But as you... And Gray, you see this too, and as you look down, you've been shot with an arrow, and that's it. Also, the odds of that happening the way that happened were literally by the exact AC, because she's got a fucking 16 AC.
Yes, well, this is how dice treat me.
Fuck you guys! I haven't even gotten to roll anything this combat, okay? Except failed wisdom saving throws, you shitheads.
Aki.
Okay.
There is a string of not common words that come from behind.
And that confirms where that arrow came from. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else, Aurora? In all of your... I almost said elven glory, but we know if you were an elf, you would not have shot that bitch. Am I right? No, I'm just kidding.
She was apparently very upset that Doc went to Rhea earlier.
Apparently so.
All right.
Or maybe Doc took the key lime macaron this morning. Like,
yeah, exactly. Gray, your turn.
Okay, Gray will see Doc getting shot and go, just kind of laugh and go, I guess she shoots you too now, huh? And then gonna turn to the creature and say, shit, hold on, let me, I've run out of actual ones, so excuse me as I try and think of something.
Wait, hold on. You said I ran out of actual ones. Did you actually write insults for this combat?
No, I've been making them as I go, but I ran out of...
No, that's fair. I was about to give you an inspiration if you took the time to write insults before a combat. That's badass.
I had, but I lost the Google Doc for it.
I can send you what I had for Bruce's.
That would be great. Okay, I think I have it. I don't know what part of the dragon you came from, but it must have been the part it definitely didn't need, because you're about as useless as they come.
Oh my god. Wisdom, right?
Ouch.
Yes.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 20. That's a 21 save. Fuck you!
Well, then nothing happens.
Yeah, he doesn't
Glad
hear
rolled
you.
for that.
He's too busy laughing at the allies being shot. Alright.
On your way, Lucy.
Ennis, I can't see that.
Said insults.
Alright, anything else, Gray?
I think that's it, because I don't actually have bonus actions.
Gray, as your turn comes to a conclusion, and the sorrow-sworn, the angry beast before you begins to move, you see a shadow fleet over very quickly over the rock to the to the direct south of you, and you hear, almost panicked,
Mr. Gray, we've got a problem. It is coming.
Alright, that brings us to my turn, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll that. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Gray, what's
No.
the saving throw?
16.
Oh, 16 on the fucking dot! And that's with my +1, bitch! Alright, hey, you know what? You got a lot of rounds, so fuck you. That's okay, though. You know what? The good thing is, for you guys, is that it ends its turn and makes the saving throw. So...
Can you do that again?
Whoops.
Nope.
Do,
I have a single 5th level spell slot, and that was it.
Okay.
honestly, that was the best use of that fucking spell slot, I think. I mean, seriously, you got... I'm not kidding. And I don't talk too much typically during... while we play as far as, like, how you guys are doing in a specific combat. This thing started with 255 hit points. 255. It is under 100, and it has not gotten to act. It now ends its turn, and it still hasn't acted. However, as its turn ends, you see it finally writhe upwards, and the shadowy tendrils break around it. The claw dissipates, and the concentration is lost from Gray. Ree, it is your turn.
Okay, Rhea is going to interpose herself between it and the rest of her friends, seeing that it just broke free and just like no, fuck, and it's still prone, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It is simply not
She's-
paralyzed.
right. So she's going to whack it. This is downward stroke. Okay, that wasn't great, but here comes the D4. That helped
Alright.
a little.
A
So
little.
that's 10 points of damage.
Alright, and that absolutely hits and takes 10 damage.
Alright, and second hit.
Actually, hang on a second.
Huh?
Ree, you have actually advantage on those attacks because it's prone. It's laying on the ground. And you're
Oh, yeah,
within
no, I
fi-
rolled
and
with
you're.
advantage.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Sorry, I
I
didn't
rolled
see
with
that.
advantage. Yeah. Oh,
I had
yeah.
mentioned the removal because of the paralysis thing, but you get it anyways. So, okay, go ahead, make your second attack.
Yep. Second attack is going to have a little extra stamina. Oh, no. Roll that d20 again. Okay, there we go. So
Alright,
that's
so
going to be
22
12.
Yep,
Yeah, so 12 points of damage
plus the d4.
4. Yeah. Nice. So that's going to be 16
Alright, yeah, you
owies,
fucking
and I'm going to
blast it.
yeah, and I'm gonna spend a superiority die to do the extra d8 with a pushing attack.
Okay.
All right, so that's just one extra owie.
And it's a strength saving throw
Correct.
versus.
DC. Where is it? Where is it? Shit. 15.
You launch this fucking creature off of the platform that you guys are currently standing on and literally into the water. Splashes below you.
All right, and she's gonna follow it where
Give me
where it
one
went.
sec. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I gotta roll dexterity saving throws. I rolled a fucking 1, so okay, I'm gonna take some extra damage. Give me a second.
Okay.
I hate what you guys are doing to me.
Sorry.
But
All
also you're a little proud.
It's pretty badass, honestly. So it hits the ground, you hear as like a fleshy arm breaks off, disintegrates into a pool of blood, and then a new one regrows out of it. Alright, go ahead, Reed.
Rhea is just going to step up and again kind of interpose herself between her and her friends, or between it and her friends.
Alright, Doc.
What the? Ow! She's gonna step down. Am I able to see it from here? This is down
Oh,
below.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I will once again cast Sacred Flame.
Dexterity?
14. Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yep, it failed.
Okay. Sacred Flame.
This sucks.
It's only 7 points. Of
Oh,
radiant
okay. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you guys. You know, I like it when you win.
It was less points than my girlfriend did to me, so.
Yeah.
All right, so that's true. So yeah, you guys have actually, in this fight, you've technically dealt more damage to each other than I've dealt to you. So be proud, Aurora. She's got half-orc flashbacks that just click in once in a while. Okay, so that hits the radiant damage, sizzles across its body, it screeches and continues to pop and bubble. Anything else, Doc?
Yeah, as a just in case, she's gonna cast Sanctuary on herself again.
All right, go ahead and mark off your spell slot. Please, everybody make sure you're marking off your spell slots. I can't keep track of them all.
Okay.
All right, so the Sanctuary, the gray barrier writhes up and around you. Anything else?
Let's go back to... No.
Okay, Aurora.
Aurora says, sorry, and then moves 25
She didn't
forward.
mean it.
You know, this is the only time she's meant it.
I know. Okay, so you're gonna fire on it?
Yes. However.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna do the arrows first, then I'll do the however.
Okay. So your arrows are at disadvantage because it is lying prone.
Yep. That's okay. I don't think I can shoot Doc now, so it's okay. It's Ree's turn to be shot. Let's be real.
That's fair.
You got everybody else.
Yeah, you shot everybody else in the fucking part. Didn't you shoot Beaufort too before Beaufort left?
I don't know.
I
I
at least thought about it.
All right. So the D6.
That's the wrong one. That was meant to be a D4. So.
Okay, go ahead and reroll. No, it's fine. Go ahead, reroll the D4. There we go. 2. So we're looking at a 16/27. So the 16 does not hit. It lands just short and splashes in the water. Go and take your second shot.
Yep. I'm running a +10 and I'm rolling like this. That would have been another nat 20. Damn.
Now, here's the thing, though. I won't tell you one way or another if this is how you want to roll, but you could technically have used your advantage. I don't think you used your advantage, right? Did you use your DM inspiration?
No, but I'm saving that for my however.
Understood. So, in this instance, the 12 does not hit, unfortunately. That is a misfire, very, very low, or very short, I should say, in the shot. Anything else?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. So she's going to go inwardly with this. And she is going to say, I could really use your strength so I can protect what's mine. And then she's going to, she's trying to communicate with that. And then she's going to burn 2 sorcery points to do a 3rd level chromatic orb at this thing. So.
As the quicken. Okay. Holy shit. Wow, this has been a very weird option that I've given you to build a sorcerer with your original ranger, and the fact that you've done it... Is this what it's all come down to? Like, have you been planning this for fucking weeks or something? Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, no, you can definitely fucking do that. Okay, so chromatic orb.
Yep, at 3rd level, a 5d8. If I hit, I am planning on using my DM inspiration if this rolls poorly.
Okay, so... with that being said, yeah, it's 90 feet. You're well within 90 feet. It's instantaneous.
Advantage,
one
though.
action, change to bonus. And what is the flavor of damage that you're dealing?
It's going to be fire. I am
fire. Okay.
Ed for help on this.
All right, go ahead, Aurora. Give me a spell attack roll, please.
Wait, did I just hear for the grandchildren?
I've been waiting for you guys to listen to the fucking Easter eggs. There is some shit in here that is very specific Easter egg for this party. Okay, so Aurora.
I did need inspiration.
Inspiration. Okay, so you use the inspiration, and the 25 absolutely without a fucking doubt strikes.
That's a natural 20.
No, it's not a natural 20. It's a 25 total, right? Wait, hang on. It's not a 20. It's not a
Chromatic
nat 20.
orb plus 5. It looks like it's a
nat
Yeah,
20.
it's a nat 20. It sure is.
That's weird. Why didn't it highlight like that?
It is if you put
Probably because it
your.
wasn't disadvantaged.
Oh, there. Yep, that's right. That's right. Yep, so 25. So we are looking at 50 points of fucking fire damage.
I think Great Granddad helped. Just saying.
Holy shit.
She just lets every bit of fire that she can possibly summon go at this thing.
Okay, more than that, not to put you on the spot, but Aurora, how the fuck do you do it? It had 50 fucking hit points. Exactly.
So she does the inward, like, I could use your help to protect what's mine, and as she says it, it almost, like, she almost roars, like, draconic. It's not that halfling squeak, it is draconic. Like, she roars that incantation, just throws her hands out, and just fire at this thing. More, I mean, it's 50 points of fucking fire. Just lets all of it loose at this thing.
And as you do so, Aurora, the fire coalesces up and around not only your arms, but your feet, your thighs, your midriff, your chest, your neck, and as it spits forward, the orb gains momentum by the projection of fire that streams out behind it. And as it strikes this creature, who has not successfully made a single strike, it hasn't even had a chance to fucking stand up, the orb hits it, and the entirety of its being writhes and screams around you, popping and sizzling, before falling silent and disintegrating into ash.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, did we do it?
No.
Everything falls silent for just a moment. And there is a burst of energy directly
He's coming!
above you. As the energy strikes the apex of what would be directly above where you are as far as the sky is concerned, there is a flash of bright white light, almost like a shooting star, followed by an immense downburst of cold that rips across the field. Suddenly, in front of you, as if it materialized out of the dust that was just falling down and around you, stands an absolutely massive 10 foot by 10 foot wide, though very thin, very frail, holes in its wings, teeth falling out of its mouth as it stares down at you, half of its tail completely disintegrated off, multiple of its claws burned away by something unseen, something not present in this moment, is a dragon manifested out of pure shadow. It looks down around you.
You've taken everything from me. Now you fucking die.
I need everybody to reroll initiative. As voices begin to ring out in your mind and in your psyche from everything you have experienced up until this very point in existence. The lost, the hungry, the angry, the wretched, everything begins to ring out around you as this draconic figure begins to scream and retch and fight. Aurora, you see the creature manifest before you. What do you do?
Bonus action, make that dragon my prey.
Yep.
Cause yeah, and you know what? She's still riding that little draconic high there. And so she's going to be stupid and say in draconic, there is one more thing we can take, and that is your life. And then she's gonna shoot it. Or try to.
Dirty.
I'm gonna reroll that first one. If that hits. If it doesn't hit, I'm gonna cry.
It absolutely hits, yes. Just so we are clear, compared to most entities that you have experienced in the past, and even dragons that you have experienced either now in the present or in your histories or have read about, this thing looks fucked up. It looks like it has gone through hell and back to get to where it is now. So it is not 100%. Okay, so you absolutely hit Aurora, and that is for 5, it's 9. And I'm sorry, was the D6 roll, that was the reroll for the 1 for because of Piercer? Okay, understood. So that's an additional 1, so that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so that's 10 points of damage, yes?
Yep, 10 points, half of that's from the magical hunter's mark. And
all
then
right.
do another arrow.
Okay.
And then we're going to throw a d4 on that.
Okay.
$17 to hit, 11 points of damage.
Absolutely hits. Strikes true. Right through its natural, scaly, shadowy armor and into its chest.
Yeah, I am comfortable with that because I'm sure I'm going to pay for insulting it. So, that's it. Or threatening it, rather.
All right. Gray.
Don't worry. I'm gonna try and insult it even worse. Gray's gonna be stunned at the him landing there all of a sudden, and after his speech, Gray is just gonna kind of laugh at it. I guess he's out of transformation now because the timer is down.
It did, yep, the transformation has faded, but just I mean, you literally only had like 12 seconds left at the end of that last combat.
And he's just gonna say, "Kill us. You got lost and had to literally create your own friends out of your own stupidity. You don't deserve to be here. Go back to where you belong and do us all a favor. And try and get lost again."
And that's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, it's a vicious mockery wisdom saving throw.
You guys, fuck you guys, man. I rolled a 7. You guys are assholes.
Well, he takes 7 damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
All right. All right.
And as much as I would like to move, I am not going to.
Reed.
Oh, fuck, it's a big boy! Oh, here's a big boy! She's gonna run up and, attack. Oh, God. No, normal Smith. Okay. Shit. Bonus action, rage, so 15.
Okay, so we've used the third rage, and
Yep.
so you hit, so it's 15. All right, yeah, you absolutely hit without a doubt.
Right. She's gonna do it again.
All right.
Probably not. I do have a D4. I don't think it's going to help. Huh. 17?
Holy shit, that does hit. Yep.
Oh, hey.
Holy
All
shit.
right.
So it's another 15. Another 15?
Correct.
Jesus Christ. It is officially bloodied.
Oh,
Yup.
okay.
Yeah, you guys smacked the fucking shit out of this bitch. That's a lot of damage in like 4 seconds.
That's it for Reed.
Alright. That brings us to it. Fuck yeah. I'm so excited to get my turn. I finally get a turn. This is so exciting.
It's your first one in like 2 hours.
Yeah. That's okay. That's alright. Everything's okay.
You get to play too, buddy. Don't worry.
I know. Oh shit. Okay. So. Where you can make an attack of opportunity if you want, because it is going to move back ever so slightly.
I would love to.
I've never been so happy to be away from the party.
Right?
Re the 20, yeah, that fucking hits for sure. Holy shit.
17. Yeah.
So you smack it, and as you smack it, its right wing collapses in on itself, like folds in, and as it drops, it actually separates from its body and dissipates on the ground in front of you. With that, it rears back, breathes deep, and exhales this cone of black, hot, fiery necrotic energy. I need Gray and Doc to make dexterity saving throws, please.
I'm using the D4. It's a 10. Oh no, it's an 11 actually.
Okay. An 11 for Doc. Doc, you take 27 points of necrotic damage as the breath rips over you, and it literally burns the flesh from your body. It rots it off of you under hot, white energy. Gray, you rolled a 19. You succeed. Gray, you take 13 points of necrotic damage. Reduced again from your resistance, meaning you only take 6 points of necrotic damage.
So because I still had the temp HP from the snake, it means I only really take 1 point of damage.
So what we're getting at is Gray's our fucking MVP for tonight, okay?
And Doc's a pincushion.
Doc, your turn.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, this thing looks like it is literally on its last leg.
Okay, Alright, okay, I guess since it's looking like it's on its last leg.
You got 4 hit points.
Okay, like, God dang it. Alright, so Doc's gonna go... Sorry, no, she's gonna go... I mean, I can't even get out of this fucking thing if it gets this breath attack. If I'm here, down here, am I able to see it still?
Yeah, it's on like a
It's up there.
almost 10-foot rock.
Alright. So hopefully that's far enough. Doc's gonna cast Sacred Flame on it, honestly.
Right, so that's what, Dex?
Yeah. 14.
Yeah, roll a 20.
Okay.
It dodges to the left of the Sacred Flame.
Okay, and then in a slight panic, because I still have Sanctuary. Oh no, I don't, because I just cast Sacred Flame.
Yep,
So,
you lost it.
Doc's going to. I hate to do it, but she's going to cast Healing Word on herself. Or no. Is it bonus action to drink a potion for yourself?
Nope.
It's an action.
Action.
Okay, yeah, so she's going to cast Healing Word on herself.
Okay, go ahead and mark off the spell slot, please.
Yep. I'm doing that at. Make it worth it, I'm doing it at 4th level.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Alright. That brings us to Aurora.
Okay. I am going to bonus action to make it the other kind of prey.
We're talking about dirty prey. We're talking about the red meat prey.
Dirty.
You know,
The
Aurora's
steak of the sky prey.
I don't want this steak. It looks like it's many, many months old.
It's very many months old. This is disgusting. A horrific mess of tattered wings and angry teeth and very sad, sad existence. Alright, so...
You know what? That sounds like a pincushion to me.
You have a D4.
Yeah, it's rolling. Hey.
So you do hit.
So that is for 14 points of damage, 6 of which is magical. Damn it! Oh well.
How does it happen, Aurora?
She just it's not anything dramatic on this one. She was dramatic with a fire storm there. She locks eyes with this thing. It is her prey, and she fires clean and true. It is almost a mercy killing, if Aurora ever did mercy killings.
And as you do so, Aurora, the arrow flies true and into the maw of this beast, which you, on a very weird and primordial level, feel was acting on such raw base instinct. Kill this thing, to put it out of its existence. And it almost accepts it. It turns its head towards you after breathing its one shot, shooting its one shot down upon your allies, opens its maw to you, and you see its eyes close, and the arrow hits it in the mouth, blows out the back of its skull. As it rears back instinctually with the force of the arrow, it takes a breath, and as it exhales, the wings dissolve from its body, turning literally to dust on the ground in front of you. And its corpse comes to an absolute standstill atop the rock that it is currently standing on. And the voices that were dancing and screaming around your minds from the Sorrow Sworn that you had defeated previously and the one that you've just encountered fade in an instant. Suddenly, the shadows shift around the creature momentarily in a counterclockwise motion. And as they rise up, they begin to materialize from the top down.
Wasn't it?
Well, it's not Ree that has creepy shadow effects happening, so Gray, this is your fault. Whatever it is.
I like how it's my fault by proxy.
Shadows, man.
This is why I shoot you, by the way.
Well, you didn't shoot him, though. You didn't.
Not yet, there's still time.
Materializing in front of you is a familiar figure. Gray. A creature that stands 7.5 feet, maybe, depending on where you're looking, tall. Large, twisted back horns that creep out of its head, and large, black, shadowy wings that drip with necrotic energy. It's obvious, but subtle at the same time in the backdrop of the shadow that is this swamp. Above you, about 500 feet, where the dome of shadow existed just a day before. Sunlight breaks through as high noon strikes, and for the first time, you all see day in its raw, unadulterated form. Gray before you and before your friends materializes a creature that you have not seen before in the flesh.
Okay, that's wicked art, though.
That's so cool.
An alabaster furred satyr with a long black goatee, wearing nothing but black and black, like raven wing black feathers, in leather armor, stands in front of you with a kind of slight grin across his face, his horns twisted back in this bloody bone material, and large, shadowy wings protruding from his back. As he looks down, he quickly fires off an incantation. As the incantation goes off, a shadowy bubble erupts from him and ripples outwards. Everybody feels their bodies lock in place as time has seemingly stopped around them. You can hear, you can see, and you remember everything that is about to happen. But your bodies are completely frozen in time until further notice.
Clarification, Grays as well?
Yes.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, by the way. That's a very particular clarification.
I'm watching this motherfucker.
By the way, he's on the rock. Just so we know. So. He says,
"Greetings, Mr. Gray. For the first time in the flesh. This will be the first time, and probably the last. Now, you're confused by what's happening here, Mr. Gray. But fear not, for I intend on telling you, if, that is, you've got a few moments to spare." You see, many decades ago, a young but powerful being from another world stumbled upon an ancient waygate bound to an old gnarled tree and wondered where it led. Unfortunately, that place was the Shadowfell, and that being was a young and very immature me. I fell for what felt like an eternity before coming to rest in a place that almost immediately began to take hold of my mind. I felt the typical Shadowfell curses, Mr. Grey. Lost, lonely, hungry, and wildly angry at myself for being so damned foolish. But that's when I heard it. The soft voice of a powerful being calling me through the void. I followed the voice for months, Mr. Grey, wandering aimlessly, consuming mucousy liquids out of pools of obsidian darkness and fungi that grew from the corpses of those who'd already succumbed to the shadow. Finally, my eyes rested upon the beast, a mighty dragon enshrouded in the same darkness that now corrupted me. The soft and dark voice turned to violent and bitter curses, and the creature lashed out at me with shadowy coils before binding me in a prison of fear, doubt, and constant, racking pain. Through the years of torture, Mr. Grey, I grew resistant, and eventually I grew stronger in the pain. And I began to reach out through the weave and made contact with multiple beings touched by darkness, such as you. You see, Mr. Grey, the thing about those who've fallen from grace is that they're wildly easy to manipulate. With a touch of my own insight, a dash of power for them, and acting as the only constant in their miserable fucking lives, the process becomes, quite frankly, child's play. You see, when I convinced the Celestials to steal away Northraxian's most prized possessions, I knew she'd give chase. But they alone weren't strong enough to destroy her. I also knew that they wouldn't make it back to Mount Celestia before the great Shadow Dragon caught up. And that's where you all come in. I needed you. I needed them.
And at this point, he motions to the rest of the group.
Desperate for attention and selfish to the fucking core, the lot of you. Your success was almost assured in my task. And now that you've done it, defeated Northraxian the Shadow and freed me from her dark confines, I thank you, truly. Unfortunately, Mr. Grey, this is not where it ends for you. You see, over the years I've watched your power grow, and I've seen your darkness deepen. I need one more thing from you, and that is something that you've lost over time. Your soul, though corrupted, is needed at its most vile. So I'll leave you with this.
At this point, he takes a half step forward towards Grey, and he throws a handful of blackened stones in Grey's direction, which, inches from his face, burst into bright purple dust, covering his body from head to toe before fading. Grey's face, frozen in time, pulses and sweats, and tears stream from his unmoving eyes. And at that moment, his once beautifully glowing eyes grow dark again Small, black veins begin to surface along but underneath his skin before they take on a light purple glow.
That's better. You have 3 weeks, Mr. Gray, before the touch of shadow completely consumes you. After that, your soul is mine. I'll leave you for now, Mr. Gray, and allow you to enjoy what humanity you have left. However, if you'd like to visit me before you make the final plunge, seek me out in the darkest of depths, where obsidian spires creep from the ground and cast shadows all around. A place where razor blades of glass are scattered far and wide. A place once called by the Illithids Ferentide. Oh, and one more thing before I go. I wanted to thank you for your gift, Mr. Gray.
At this point, he reaches into his chest with one hand. Black, shadowy ichor spills out and dissolves into the air around him. And he removes a tiny, white, glowing gem that causes his fingertips to frost over. He then addresses the group as a whole.
You see, if it weren't for the great power in this curiously tiny gem, you know, Mr. Gray, the one you carved from Aurora's chest with an icicle as she and Doc lay bleeding out, as the glorious Ree fought for her fucking life against the huntress of the Grelian Mountains, Ishmir. I wouldn't have had the ability to nudge Nothraxian through the Aurora sphere surrounding your own fucking plane of existence. So for the key to my freedom, in a moment of unadulterated selflessness and treachery,
He winks at Aurora and Doc.
Mr. Gray, I thank you and bid you goodbye.
At this point, his large, shadowy wings spin around him before his entire form collapses into the ground and in a second vanishes out of existence, and everybody immediately resumes normal movement.
Ree lashes out and smashes at the pillar right where this thing was.
Doc
Obviously does
runs-
absolutely nothing, but
Oh, you hit it and you smash a good chunk of it off of it, Ree.
Doc runs at Gray,
Okay.
like on to him. She's going to.
You're
run.
gonna attack him?
No, actually, she is I don't know how it's all going to go down, but she's taking trying to take a protective stance over him.
Yeah, is this what I describe what Aurora's doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is about that time because she's running. You got 2 shots you can take in this time, Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora is going to shift her focus from the pillar and this dragon to Gray. Mechanically, Gray is prey. I can't imagine that she wouldn't at that point. She absolutely would fucking fire at Gray.
Give me your attack rolls.
She's never been. Yeah.
I want to say, don't bother. Gray after that is just on the ground, collapsed. Not like fully laying down. He's kneeling with his head like slumped over.
Okay, then Doc would fully be trying to block Aurora from shooting him. That is.
He's
my
not
intent.
moving.
Why don't we do this? Doc, give me Doc and Aurora. Give me initiative rolls. Let's see who is acting first in this moment. This is a very important thing because one of you is slow and one of you is very fast. Also, I hope that new voice came through all the way.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was
Oh, damn, Doc.
God damn, Doc fucking got it. So Doc,
No,
okay,
Garl
so
got it.
so
Garl.
yeah, Garl, in Garl's name. Okay, so Doc, so Aurora, you see, Doc bolts towards Gray, and as Gray collapses to his knees and begins to just fucking lose himself, Doc looks over her right shoulder, or excuse me, over her left shoulder at you as she spins around his back and holds him, like embraces him. Are you still taking the shot and trying to hit him? You can still see him, but it's going to be a difficult shot.
If it was Ree instead of Doc, yes, absolutely. But it.
Wow, you
Doc
didn't have to
should
say
register.
that, but fuck, I guess we know early.
Ow.
Ree could take the shot. She was just trying to shoot through Ree if needed.
To
Anyway.
be fair, we had that conversation earlier too.
Yeah.
It's true.
My
It's true.
plan was to shoot Ree earlier. Anyway. So no, I feel like she has enough essentially trigger control at that point. Like it is, she catches it barely, and she is locked in that position. Like if Doc moves, like she doesn't lower the bow at all. It is very much a bit of a standoff there, but she does not shoot.
Okay, understood.
There is anger. I'm picturing the anger is like actually manifesting as like heat at this point, as she's considering whether or not spells, fire, anything. Like she's going through all the options.
Understood. And as we are out of initiative order and we are way past our 10 o'clock time frame, I want to make sure that we end it here, but does anybody have anything last minute that we add in to this point? Because I know this was a heavy moment to end on, but it happened very organically, so Ree is she is trying to take this pillar down in the center, this rock down in the center. Doc has got herself scooped around Gray. Aurora is trying to figure out what the hell exactly she needs to do. And to be clear, you guys all heard and saw everything this thing said before it popped.
I think because Doc would be like in front and like trying to block and looking toward Aurora, she would also like kind of scream out, "Garl, help us see the light," and that would be.
Candace, do you have divine intervention as an ability?
Not yet. I'm not
No.
level 10.
Oh, it's level 10. Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Okay. I know. I'm making sure.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
yet.
All right. So,
I've got something. Real
yes,
quick.
please.
As Doc is there saying that, she's gonna probably hear from Gray. He's not gonna look up. He's not gonna move. He's just gonna hear like a soft, like more towards Aurora than anything else. But, like he's just gonna go, let her do it. And that's all he's gonna say.
Okay. So we will end there. But before we end there, Doc, as you are the only one who has approached Gray in the close, like, proximity at this point, as you get close to Gray, and as you are running at him, as he looks up at you ever so slightly, his eyes are black. Around his eyes and spreading out into his face is a series of spider-webbed, lightly purple glowing veins, very akin to the illness that you have seen thus far from all of the Sorrowsworn and their respective quote-unquote diseases. It's very active in his face. Lucy, I will send you a private message about what that means to you, and then we'll go from there. Does anybody have any questions? Clarifications? I'm not taking concerns tonight. Not on this note. Nope.
Several concerns, but that's not an option.
I just want to kind of celebrate. Like this could have very easily turned out as ugly as like
TPK.
half of our other fights have, and like
I cannot fucking believe how you
Holy
guys in my boss combat, I had a sub boss and a fucking full blown boss. I got one attack off between the two of them.
You done good though. I was down to 4 hit points.
What? Yeah, oh, okay. Well, thank me, I guess.
Man, I was just
Y'all
thinking
lost
like
HP?
motherfucker, like we're doing a Sarsworn and gonna fucking fight an Athraxian, like Jesus.
We did it though. We
To be
talked about
fair,
it first, guys.
there were a lot of signs that were pointing directly at this being the 1-1-1, and Yeah, it was just like back to back to back to back.
We came
Hashtag strategy.
we came
And you
in
guys yeah, your guys' strategy, seriously, that's what fucking saved you. The fact that so it was 2, so it was 3 sessions ago when you guys first met that Swamp Priest. I talked to Candace about this today. You guys actually had an RP for almost 40 minutes about how you were going to take this fucking thing down, and you just did that flawlessly. I mean, I couldn't even argue with it. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
The whole spell, the whole creature spell.
The whole monster was fucking nasty. MVP.
Honestly, my favorite use of the spell slot, like of the 5th level I had.
Absolutely.
What, Cat?
Ree just tearing them apart like
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ree went nuts. Every time Ree had a turn, I just had like the Doom music playing, like.
We might as well give the bitch a shotgun.
So I had the plan of letting my hunter's mark drop so I could do a 3rd level Hail of Thorns on Ree when she was surrounded, and then I just killed 3 of them, and I was like, I'm not going to bother. Ree can just
The
beat
message I
her up.
got from Cat was "Get the fuck away from Ree." That's the message I got from Cat. It's like, oh,
Yeah, they were a lot more squishy than I remember for sure. Like they were fucking us up when we first encountered them. And,
but we were a lot smaller.
I think you guys
We were
were
a lot
only
weaker
like
then.
level 5 at that point.
Yeah.
And I mean, so to be totally transparent, because you're probably not going to encounter them now, they only had 10 hit points apiece with an AC of, I think it was 15. But with all of your advantages and reckless and all that shit, D4, yeah, it was bullshit for me. All right. Anyways, we'll go ahead and leave it there for tonight. Excellent session. Oh, go ahead,
I just
Greg.
want to say that was cool as fuck, and I was smiling the whole way through.
Were you? Good.
I fucking love all of that last part. It was
Excellent. I hope
awesome.
I'll actually probably go through tomorrow morning when I'm doing marketing stuff, and I will clip that whole situation because of your choices, Lucy, as Gray in the last, I think, 3 or 4 sessions, I rewrote the entire ending. Like, it was gonna
told me that
end with a
earlier.
Nothraxian thing. I was like, I can't, no fucking way. But because of where you had gone with your character choices, I swear to God, I rewrote the entire ending, and I was like, oh no, we gonna extend this bitch just a little bit because we got a character who wants to do some stuff, and we're gonna do some stuff.
And
then I was like, oh yeah, I can do some stuff because he doesn't know who the fuck this guy is.
I have to say
I love
too,
the betrayal.
Oh,
As
it's so
soon as-
dirty, isn't it?
as soon as he presented the fucking gem, I was like, Doc is protecting Gray because I already know what's about to go
This
down.
bitch is about to shoot him in the spine.
It's fine.
Okay, he deserved it though. Like, let's be real. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely deserved it. But you know, Doc was given a mission
Yep.
by Garl, and she's still on it. So.
Absolutely. Good. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad that it wasn't too... I rewrote that little, I guess, monologue. By the way, that was a time stop spell, so yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I rewrote
you.
that 3 times today alone to make sure that I had everything how I wanted it to go. So we'll see you next week on Sunday, you guys.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
I
Thanks,
can't
Xavier.
wait. That's so
I
fun.
love roleplay. It's gonna be so good.
That's gonna be good
So
stuff.
good.
All right, take care, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a fantastic week at work, school, sleep, whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself back on track for the next week. Because
Good night, everybody.
Good night. See you later, Kev. I think next week is going to be a huge role
it's
play
so
week.
fun.
It's going to be a very big role
Oh
play
yeah.
week.
Big time.
I
Very
cannot
looking
wait.
forward to
It
it.
could be really fast if I just murder everyone.
Well,
That's
let's,
true. It
yeah,
could
that
be.
is true.
My girlfriend's at 4 hit points, so you know,
No, that's not true anymore. I
Easy
healed what you
peasy.
hit me for.
I
Easy
just have-
peasy.
still
Last-
one to go away.
Shoot her in the head. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, out of
Better
my
have a way
total-
to do 160 hit points in one shot.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
yet.
he's going to be the
on a less note, out of my 35 hit points, I have 34.
And that was the best I think Gray has ever done in any
Yeah.
combat ever since the beginning of Gray.
Kill count too, yeah.
I got to set the alarm, so I'm going to hang up so I can actually leave this store.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Let's just abbreviate the internet for a minute. Like, that did really well.
All right, guys.
I joked about not being able to sleep because of the monster earlier. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
Too excited like Disneyland.
I'm riding a D&D high right now.
Yeah.
That makes me very happy because I
so
seriously, I was like, man, I haven't given Gray an actual like character backstory plot yet, and everybody else has gotten one. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, this fucking guy, I got you. Okay.
That was really good. That was
Good,
that
good.
was fucking. That was an amazing session.
All right, guys, take
All
care.
right,
We're gonna go
I'm
ahead and
gonna
log
go.
off.
All right, guys.
See you guys later. All right, guys. So we are going to raid. Let's see. We got Apperjax, Hex playing Diablo. Hex is playing Diablo 4. Hex has actually been playing a lot of Diablo 4. I'm kind of curious to see why she left Sea of Thieves.
Well,
But
she used to do the Witcher ones too. Maybe it's just
that is true. Oh, you know, well, Diablo and The Witcher have nothing to do with
no,
each
but I
other.
mean, she used to just do her own thing. She would do
Oh,
something else.
yeah,
instead.
but God, fucking with years in
Yeah.
between them, it was usually
Yeah.
because of falling outs with her crew, wasn't it?
Oh, you know, I don't
That
know.
she was
That's a
playing
good
the other
question.
stuff.
You know, I didn't think about that.
All right. The song that I have been listening to fits the session so well. I'll send it to y'all. Hell yes.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
drop it on us. All right, my friends. We're going to go ahead and raid. We're going to send the love to Hex. And thank you all for being here. I know this is a crazy night. I'm actually glad we got to where we were doing. I'm glad that we got to where we were tonight because I have had that monologue written for the beginning of Gray's backstory, and I'm so fucking excited. Like, there's so many things to investigate now. Like, Gray's eyes have the purple veins, and oh my god, this guy said, what the fuck? And he called Gray the fuck out and said, you stole this thing. He mentioned the icicle in specific. I'm gonna go back and clip that whole section because I kind of want to hear the monologue myself. But anyways, I digress. My friends, we're gonna go ahead and raid Hex tonight. Here we go. We're losing people already, so I'm going to do it very quick. Stay with us for just a few moments. We'll be back on Tuesday for Crochet and Chill with Candace. And then on Thursday, we're going to be doing a Baldur's Gate 3 launch stream. And then on Friday's my birthday. Come hang out on August 4th. I'm turning 35, and I hate every fucking second of the notion. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and raid Hex. So...
Maybe this will help with the sting.
Here we go, guys.
You gave someone a big strawberry. Let me help you clean that up.
Stay in your game with DoorDash.
Oh, Xavier, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Ooh, level 31.
Fuck yeah, GG.
What's going on, guys? Our little skeletons keep running around killing